Hello, everybody. This is episode 30 of the Keep It Rollin' podcast. This is a very special episode. I'm
Very
Kyle
special.
Perkins. I'm here with Joey Deal.
Hello.
And the reason it's so special is we're here with quite the army. We're here with the entire crew of the White Belt Bash. So I'm going to just run down the list here. We got Jay. We got Pete. We got Kenney. We got Adrian. We got Ronni. And we got Sean. All right, and if you guys have listened to the podcast, we've had everybody on before. So if you need to get these guys...
Wait, and I'll actually tell you the episode numbers, just
Yeah, so we'll
in case you're someone who's listening to this and you do feel like you don't have the story, it's important. It's kind of like, I used the analogy when we were talking on the podcast of like Marvel. It's like Marvel, the cinematic universe.
They each got their own episode.
Yeah, so like Kenney was Iron Man because you were first. Episode 2, Kenney. Then we had episode 6 for Jay. If you want to learn Jay's story, he's more like, who would he be?
The Spider-Man.
No, he's like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
He's more the Incredible. Spider-Man came way later.
Okay.
You're probably Spider-Man. If anyone knows the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Episode 11 was Adrian. Who are you? I think you're probably
Captain America.
Captain America,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Pete. Oh fuck, who's Pete?
The Black Panther.
Black Panther. Use
Black Panther.
Use the microphone.
I didn't you have a microphone.
I love it.
You missed
love
it. So guys, if you're gonna say a joke, you better say it into the mic.
All right.
Say
Yeah,
it.
all right.
Yeah, Pete's Black Panther.
I love it.
That's episode 15, and then episode 17, which is actually one of my favorite episodes. By the way, I'll say that.
Yeah, it was
Ronnie's
Ronnie's
Thank you.
Ant-Man.
Ronnie is handsome.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll take that. I'll take it, man.
Because everyone hates him.
No, he's a small man with a giant heart.
One of my favorite movies.
And then
It's better than Scarlet
and then
Witch.
The final one, yeah, is episode 21. Sean, it's definitely who's the last of the
Thanos.
Captain Marvel.
It's probably Captain Marvel, the female.
Captain Marvel. That's what I said.
She's powerful, dude.
I like to think of myself as Thor.
All right. He can be a Thor. Yeah, we did forget about Thor. So go back and watch those episodes, listen to those episodes, and you will learn a lot about these characters because I think they all have their great individual stories. But like when you talk about Endgame,
Yep.
when it all came together, I think it was the best selling movie of all time or whatever, highest grossing film of all time.
If it isn't, it should be.
It should be. It's a great film. And that's what this episode is about.
It's about the White Belt Bash.
White Belt Bash. These 6 individuals came together for a grand evening, and they went to war. It was actually on Pete's birthday, was it not?
Yes, on my birthday.
On Pete's birthday, and his 39th birthday?
Correct.
39th
Wow.
birthday, which was June 30th?
Correct.
Wow. We
Etched
came together.
in stone.
Yeah,
June
etched-
30th.
So we will never forget it. I want to put this up for a moment, too, before we do our intros, that this was the trophy that was created for this. Can you zoom in on that?
So this is the
It's
RMMA.
hold on, I'm gonna spin it around because the back
Yeah.
is just as important as the front.
It's very Greek in nature. It's a very Greek.
It has.
Who chose this? I'm pretty sure that guy on top is
I
Sean.
designed this.
I'm pretty sure Kenney made this.
Kenny
at home.
sculpted it. Yeah.
And in the image of Pete on top of Kenney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing
So this is a very cool trophy.
No, the hairy guy's on top.
Very special. RMMA King of the White Belts 2023. We additionally came up with a crown that the winner got to wear. And we'll talk more about the winner and whatnot by doing this. I think
Present
it's
that
time.
crown upon his head. Yeah.
So should we just, I think we do it in order of last to first.
Yeah, we'll give a rundown. So we probably brought this up before. We had pre-tournament rankings.
We did.
But-
Yeah. Do we remember the rankings?
I
Remember?
did. I think we could
remember,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, we could remember most of the rankings. We definitely had Jane.
I did a seating, and the seating was based on, it was really based on attendance, and then just who I liked the most.
Yep.
Piece of shit.
Sorry.
You hate me.
No, it was mostly.
Sean was the newest, though.
You were newest.
Yeah, you were the newest. No one, we just didn't know
went
you
by
that well.
attendance. So Jay was number 1 seed based on the.
Oh, really?
He was number 1 seed.
Oh, yeah.
Jay had the most. Jay had the most classes, and he's also. We have the same name. His name is Joey. How could I vote against him? So
He's
he was
in.
number 1 seed, and then Kenney, I think, was number 2.
Kenny was number 2.
Number 2, and I believe we picked Kenney. Obviously, Kenny's got some physical advantages.
Yeah.
He's a head taller than everyone in this room. So Kenney was up there.
And he's Italian.
And he's
maybe
Italian.
He's an Italian stallion.
So we're like, all right, Kenny's number 2. Number 3,
Adrian.
Adrian was number 3.
Yep.
that's a obvious choice. And now it gets to that point where it's like, how
Yep.
do you pick the differences? I don't know.
I think Pete was number 4.
Pete was number 4, which I think was a toss-up.
Yep. I think Ronnie was number 5.
Ronnie was number 5, and then Sean was number
Sean
6.
was number 6.
Big mistake.
Big mistake.
So that was the seeding, which was kind of fun to do for no reason
Yeah.
because they faced each other. They all faced each other.
Yeah, so this was a
Hold
round.
on. I feel like that put a target on my back, though.
Did
'Cause
it?
I remember when you seated me number 1 and we took a picture and then sent it into the group chat. Every single one of you guys were like, "Oh, I'm going to take Jay out." Oh, I'm like, "Motherfucker, that was."
You
yeah.
want the target, though.
Oh,
You
I
want
Yeah,
loved
the
it.
pressure's
I loved
good.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want the target.
pressure's good.
Was anyone insulted by their? Sorry,
It put a chip on my shoulder.
did it?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah. So it adds to the drama of the story,
I wasn't even a 2-stripe. I was a fake
Yes.
2-stripe.
Oh my God, we'll
Dude,
get to
you're
that
still,
story.
you're
Don't
still a
forget that
fake
story.
2-stripe, bro. I still am a 2-stripe.
We'll get back to the two
Yeah,
striper.
so we'll let you guys introduce
I think
yourself.
everyone needs their moment.
I would be very impressed too if you guys all remembered your own nicknames from when we introduced you guys.
There
That
was
would
a
actually
few
be
of
yeah. So we'll go down the list. We'll go down of how the actual ending results. So we told you the
sixth place.
seeding. We'll talk about the ending results. So in 6th place, we'll go with Ronnie Boy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ronnie. I got 6th place.
Out of 6.
out of 6. So dead last. Not surprised with these handsome gentlemen here. But it was my first time fighting with people in front of a group of people. So I was a little nervous. I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, pretty much. I think I went against Pete first, and
Yes.
all I remember is his kids screaming in Greek to kill me, and
I treat my boys well.
and then my kids screaming at me that I wasn't giving it 100%. I remember looking at my kids. I'm like, dude, I am giving it 100%. And I was just getting smashed because Pete's got some good pressure, man. I remember that. And then the only person that had my back in that fight was 40, who was in the background saying, "Fuck him up, bro! Fuck him up!"
I got him on the video.
Yeah. 40.
He's nothing.
He's nothing.
40 had my back. So, I mean, all I remember, I think only one positive of the whole thing was I think I got a takedown on
remember
Adrian, which meant nothing. Sean is extremely strong. I think I almost broke my neck against him. Jay did awesome. And then I think I got to choose my position against Kenney. And I'm like, shit, baby. I'm going for back. I'm going for that rear naked choke. And it didn't happen. As you could guess, you know how that went. But it was awesome. And we had only known each other for 6 months at the time. And that really brought us all together as really good friends. I felt the friendship really strengthen after that. It was a good time, man. I'm glad we did it.
Awesome, Ronnie. So all right, so that was Ronnie. Very good.
To 5th place we go.
Ronnie went from 5th seed to 6th position. 5th position in the tournament. We'll have to go to Pete. We'll turn it over to Pete.
Pete the Greek right here. I don't give a shit about 5th, 6th, and all that stuff, you know. I'm here to actually give 2 awards
Oh.
to 2 people. We all know each other. We roll. Everybody's seen our matches. So I have 2 surprises here. First, I'm going to give an award to the most fucking annoying coach. All right? That goes first place to Sean, blue belt. I got a medal for him. The worst.
Sean Murphy.
Yep.
Sean
Most
Murphy.
annoying coach for the tournament right here.
We will hold on one second. I'll just say, so people who don't know,
Yeah.
each one of these young individuals were coached by another blue belt or up. Some were even coached by children named TJ. So everyone had a coach. Okay, I love that.
It's, you know, we all remember our matches and we all had fun and stuff. But you know, so there were a lot of people here. You know, coaches, refs, fans, and yeah, Sean was a really annoying
Which will
coach.
say Sean Murphy was your coach?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Was
Adrian told me
Adrian's coach.
after the whole, like, he even hated him. Yeah, it is. He's like, I'm that guy.
Sean, I am.
Sean,
This is slander. This is slander.
Definitely not.
Sean, I love rolling with you. You're the best partner to drill with, but just, dude, don't coach. And then I have another surprise. You know, I was going over all the videos. I was going on, and, you know, there was a lot of people outside the mat, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I was watching the matches and on my phone, and then I start remembering things like from people yelling, right? And yeah, 40 was one of them, but he had his back. So I'm like, I can't give him, an award of the worst fucking fan out there. So there was another guy that was literally the worst fan out there, screaming, yelling. I remember in our match, you guys are boring. Let's go. Nothing. And then when we were rolling, you got my back. It's like, kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Take his back. Oh, man, do something. Do you guys want to guess? He's a blue belt.
Blue belt would be talking smack.
Dude, he was talking shit the whole tournament.
Who is it?
He was here today.
He was here today. A blue belt named.
That's for Bob. First place.
He got medals.
Crazy Bob Cook.
Fucking annoying fan of the tournament goes to Bob.
Oh, we love you, Bob.
I got him
Bob,
on
you the
video.
man.
I got him on my mind. The guy wouldn't shut up the whole damn
So
tournament.
I want you
Get him.
I want you to leave those 2 medals here, and I'll give it to them, and I'll tell them about the podcast. And,
Yeah,
and
they
I
need
won't
to
say
know.
why. I'll just say you got these awards, and I need you to listen to the podcast
I need to
see
tell
why.
them that I love them, though. They're both blue belts, so we have to be careful what we say and what we do. But yeah, they deserve it.
Those are your kids' ribbons and trophies. You should probably bring them home, dude.
They're from soccer and basketball.
Oh, that don't matter.
But it's first place, so it's gold.
That was good.
He stole his kids.
And I also want to congratulate Adrian from the bottom of my heart for joining a Masters division 30 plus.
Get it, Adrian.
To come and roll
He's just
with
mad he lost,
fucking
man. He's just
parents and people who put 50 and 60 hours of work every day.
Yeah.
And
You act like I don't
We
work.
can't even move on the mat.
I work harder than you, old man.
You know how many diapers I changed before that match?
30 plus division, bro. You do deserve it. That's all I have.
This is time.
But shout out to that's gonna be a hard one to top. Shout out Pete. That was amazing. All right, so now we're gonna move on to number 4. Number 1 preseason. Number 4
Number one seed-
number 1 seed.
seeded.
Number 4 after the tournament. Jay, tell us your spiel.
4th place,
How
Jay.
the hell do I follow that?
Do you have trophies?
I don't have any trophies. I didn't bring.
Well,
I didn't bring.
he did leave with the
I didn't know
trophy
it
of a
was
nickname.
Show and tell.
I'm not even
we're gonna
done.
get
I
some
have
nicknames.
more, but I have no time. So you stay tuned.
So I'm Jay. I got deemed nickname Sneaky Jay, and that I think was given to me right before the White Belt Bash. So that was a nice little nickname from a tournament that we did prior to the White Belt Bash. So my first match was against big old Kenney over here, and yeah, that was a battle of the ages right there. I rolled with him a couple of times before the White Belt Bash, but I realized probably 5 seconds into the match that Kenney has been holding back his strength because holy shit. any confidence that I had going into that match, the second that man grabbed my gi top, because I never really
it's
trained
real.
gi, and just I couldn't break his grip. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is. I'm in for a long night. What I thought was going to be a fun night of a gentleman's agreement of rolling is now a murderous attack against me. No, but that was a fun match. So, and I knew Adrian and Pete before the tournament because you two used to train no gi a lot, and you started to come back, but you left me. You went to gi, you went to the dark side, and then not too long after, you went there, and then
actually
you
the
guys started
opposite.
training
I was gonna say
together.
the
It's
gi
not
became the dark side.
I don't know when I don't know
I
how
guess the no-gi's the
yeah,
dark
you mean
side.
he went away? He went to the good side.
Yeah, I guess,
He
yeah.
went to the light.
You went to the light.
All right, cool, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
We all want to be Vader.
Everyone wants to be Vader.
I used to train with you guys a lot, and I feel like we always had some good rounds and good roads and training in the mornings. Yeah, when I first started, it was like these were the guys that I knew the most, and then I got introduced to Ronni at like an open mat, and then we started to get to rolling together, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's around my age, my size, like this is a great training partner, and I don't think maybe we rolled once before the White Belt
Yeah,
Bash.
it was like the
Sean
last
and I.
one to kind of come into the
so
scene.
I had no idea how strong of a man he was.
We never roll with Sean, man.
He just came in and surprised everybody.
No wonder he was ranked 6.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was scratching my head when the rankings came out for him to be number 6, but that was it's interesting to get my first role with him in a competition setting. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think Pete and I had a very controversial match.
Every match was
he thought-
controversial
I
to
was gonna
Pete.
bring a medal for the worst fucking referee too, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, that was good. I forgot about that.
There was a moment.
I'm remembering now.
Who was the ref? Was it me? Okay, was it me? Oh,
yeah,
Nolan?
that was
Oh, I
Nolan,
mean,
he couldn't get his leg out, so I had the
Yeah,
three
I remember
quarter
we
guard,
went over it,
and then
I,
we went over the So
I had the final say on all of it, and I stick by my decisions.
So I remember so I remember Pete. Oh, here we go.
I take everything back.
It was fun.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one match that stood out to me the most was that whole controversial. Yeah, it was a dogfight, and then we had to go into overtime because no points were scored. And then I just remember TJ
Being
telling
dead
me,
tired.
yeah, I was exhausted, and TJ's like,
Your
just go
coach
for the
was
double.
TJ?
Just go for the double. Yeah, I had TJ as my coach, and so I just
So what was it like to have a 13-year-old coaching you?
amazing. Like, he knew so much.
Better than having Sean as a coach.
Sean.
I knew nothing, and TJ was a great coach. Like he
That's
helped me out
awesome.
a lot. Yeah, and he's like he told me to go for that blast double, which got me the W, and yeah, that was the only thing that saved me.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. So that's Jay. So then we're going to move on. So
Third?
from rank 6 all the way up to third place.
Woo!
And
I'll say this was the dark horse. This was the
this was the dark horse and very close to being in the finals.
yeah, close to being first
Yeah,
place.
very close to being
we'll
in the
talk more
finals.
about them. Hey, feel free to mention whatever you
Yeah.
want to mention.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Sean McAvoy or Shawnee Two Stripe or the Mick is.
That's a slur. We don't say that anymore.
I give you the approval to say it. Kenny. But yeah, it was my first competition ever in any MMA or mixed martial arts setting, and I knew nothing. All I knew was I wanted to get on top, and that's it. Sorry, guys.
No, good.
Yeah, so I didn't know any submissions really. My game plan was to get on top and lay on you guys and win. And that's I
Fucking
did a
worked against
decent
me.
job on that. But so I muscled my way into full mount, and that's about as far as I went. I would have probably done a mother's milk, but Joey would have killed me.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I wanted. I
uh,
wanted someone to smother someone.
Yeah, six seed, and I had a chip on my shoulder. But
Good.
it was I deserved the 6th seed just because it was probably. I mean, I don't know how many. I was a single stripe, but I was really given a second stripe for no reason because Joey fucked up and gave me an extra.
No,
You think I fucked up?
no, he wanted you all to be 2
I
stripes.
felt bad.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh, it
want
was
you
a
to be
pity
the only
stripe.
one. Yeah, I didn't want you to be the only one with one stripe.
same ranking. Yeah.
Everyone else had 2 stripes except for Sean, so
Man.
we gave him a stripe.
Well, let me
That
tell
was
you,
nice of you.
Joey gave you that shoe, and you stepped right into it, though,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you took it. So.
I was like, he'll grow into it.
Yep.
And I'm still a 2 stripe, so there we go. Still growing into that 2 stripe. But yeah, first match, I went up against the King himself. So I'll just let it be known here. I'm the only one that beat the King that night. So
the King Slayer.
I'll let him have that. These guys need as many wins as they need.
it was a tough match, a really good
Epic.
match. And I was facing Adrian the first match, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a killer. And it tired me out, but I pushed through. And my main goal was not to get tired, and I made it to the end.
Nice.
Me and Jay had a final duel for 3rd place, and that was a hell of a match. We grind that out. Kenny beat me.
I was gonna say, I remember right at the end, you guys were discussing who was going into the finals, and I'm like, okay, my day's over. I'm good. I can take this damn key off.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you guys going to, hey Jay, you want to do a 3rd place match? I'm like, no.
I'm so glad we
But
did
then
a
I'm
third
just
place.
like, yeah, I guess I gotta fucking do this. Oh man.
That's what it really. My favorite part about the tournament was having the end and having been like, all right, who's gonna make it for 3rd? I love 3rd place matches. I'll say 3rd place is a really important. It's the hardest ranking. I mean, everyone obviously remembers 1st place, but 3rd place is the person who really almost always is the most impressive person in the bracket.
Super tough.
Yeah, I mean, you're just the grittiest person wins 3rd. No offense, 2nd place.
Oh, jeez. That's all right. I got plenty of first place. No, when I was watching you, Kyle, compete at ADCC, I had that realization when I was learning. It was last year, and when I saw the recharge, and I'm
Yep.
like, wait, He's got to go. I'm looking at the bracket. I'm like, you got to go through all these people just to get
The
there.
wrestle
You
back.
remember that?
Yep,
How shocked
yep.
I
Oh,
was?
yeah. It was
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So
You know, and it just like, yeah, dude, totally agree. That
Third
was like
place is the
eye-opening
toughest.
for me.
Yeah.
Like big time. It's true. You
think it was Orlando.
6-7 matches, right?
Yeah. I think it was Long Beach, California that
Yeah.
I did it. And it was, I lost and then I had to do 3 extra matches instead of like 1. It was bad.
And I'll say myself, I'm the king of third place. I get more third place than I get anything else.
Here we go.
Yeah. Third place.
No, I remember winning the. I don't know. Who
are we the C team?
Were you my last match?
That's actually really good.
No, besides third place, I think it was Pete. I don't know if it was Pete or Ronnie, but anyways, I only lost to Kenney. So in my head, I was done, and I get up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to the championship. And then you guys came over. You're like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
It was very close.
So if we're
if
just
you can remember it.
yeah, so I'll explain. Let's do the other two, and then I'll explain kind of why.
I got
that
a bunch of
happened.
notes in my head.
I remember what the details were. So
Anything else, Sean?
No, I just want to say thanks for inviting me to the tournament, guys. I mean, I was the new guy compared to all you guys, and really formed a friendship. And love you guys. It's a hell of a
Very
match.
special.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I
Awesome.
love it. That's what I wanted to hear right there.
good kids.
Fuck you too.
Awesome. All right, so that was definitely the biggest jump from a 6 seed to a third.
It was a
seed.
special performance.
And then now let's make our way to the top to our championship match. So we went from the 2nd seed to second place.
I
Kenney
got that
boy.
one right.
It's a good pick.
Yep.
Should be a gambler. What's up, everybody? Kenny V. Yeah, no, it was a great tournament. Great time. The way we threw the whole thing together, it was awesome, man. Just really had it, the build up to it, all the bullshit and ball busting and fighting and getting all the people here together. It was really special, man. And this place was packed. We had the announcer, the walkouts. We'll probably talk about that later. Kyle was in a suit. It's just like a great, and then
Kyle's never worn anything nicer than a hoodie
Into this building, yeah.
So like for me, we were all buddies, but like we could all agree as gentlemen. Like I think like maybe half of us did a tournament before that, or maybe just me and Jay.
You and
Me and Jay. I don't think he competed yet.
No.
That's why he was below us in the seating.
yeah. So that was another
reason.
factor. I
Yeah.
think only Jay and Kenny competed before.
But like the one tournament I did, I just got smashed 8 times in a row, and I wanted to die. So like it was like a good nervousness, and we were all buddies, and the face-offs and all that shit. But what it comes down to is that we came out here and we worked really hard, and we tried to soak up as much knowledge as we could beforehand. And each of us had little mini camps with our coaches. I had about 15 minutes with Rocco at an open mat.
I love that.
Hey, just
Rocco came out in the day.
Let me hear Rocco do it
you're
again.
fucking smash them. You're bigger than them. Don't worry about it.
Rocco came out in the Dago tee, holding the flag.
Now let's talk about your walkout. I got a flag and all. I was like, all right, bro.
Rocco's like,
Yeah, man. I just, you guys are really smart and you can remember a lot of details. I just, good matches. Like, dude, you were tough, man. I was beat, dude. I went with you. It was like, yeah, I'm bigger and whatever, all that bullshit, but. It was still a lot of work just to pin you down. Like you had your pops was here and your son. Like you weren't about to like get wrecked by me. Like and same thing for Ron and Pete. Like I remember you were dead because you just finished a match with somebody. When me and you went, you're like, I'm dying, bro.
You talking to Pete?
I'm dying, bro.
I just remember Pete was just angry after every match.
Yeah.
He was just so furious.
I said,
I was sitting on the chair angry. Nobody could talk to me. Pete, are you okay?
I'm tired
bad
too,
loser.
bro.
Yeah, from
Let's
his
finish
gi
this
off and
shit.
shit. Didn't you take your gi off after every match?
every time.
Every match.
My gi off and throw
I'd
it,
have to
throw
yell-
it away.
I'd have to yell at everyone. I was like, keep your geese on. We're doing another match.
Yeah, and then like that was one thing that really like it's like back to back. What was the break in
So
between
it's
each
4.
one?
We'll talk about the format too. I'll mention,
Yeah.
but it was 4-minute matches, which is not long.
Yeah,
fellas.
no.
This
was that.
But we kept the timer running, so it was a 4-minute break. 4 on,
was
4
it?
off. And it was like right after the 4 minutes,
So-
we started the next match.
Things have obviously changed since then. We've
4 minutes, you guys.
we've
Oh my God,
We've got
so
some
long.
experience under our belt, and a lot of us competed. You guys are hitting the road competing, so the endurance is there now.
Yeah.
But at the time, that to me, like my memory of that was like a 15-minute match with like a 30-second break, and then again.
I mean, maybe that will have to be the time limit for the Blue Belt Bonanza.
The Blue Belt Bonanza. Blue Belt Bonanza.
The Blue Belt Bananas.
The Blue Belt, Blue Belt Bonanza. Maybe a 15-minute go.
Yeah, 15-minute rounds.
Yeah, and just the one other thing that I will say, the final match was a hell of a good match.
It
dude.
was. It was epic.
It was like I remember, in the beginning, I was like bullying on you, and then Adrian just showed a lot of grit, and I was just fucking cashed out, dude. Like I still can't feel my fucking forearms from that day. So all in all, dude, that was fucking great day. And my birthday was the next day.
No way.
Which I was shot. Yeah, July 1st. I was shot. I was just done.
Do the second white belt on July 1st. We should do the second white belt July 1st when we find the white
candidates?
belts.
The new
Yeah,
recruits.
who's signing up?
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll work on
Pass it
that.
on to the man here.
All right, so
First place.
the man, what do we say, number 3 seed in the beginning? Number 1 in our hearts, the champ, the king, Adrian. Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Adrian.
We know.
That's pretty much all I got to say.
That's it.
I'm not gonna be so nice right now. But
All these guys sucked. I knew I was going to take them out.
so my name is the Greek Slayer, or my nickname was, simply because I took Pete down and I mounted him, and he tapped to the mount.
Fucking mount me, you just took me down.
So he's very salty about that.
So this is how the origin, and we'll this is going to be the next thing we'll talk about. But mention, if you don't mind, this is how the tournament started. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, essentially.
Before the tournament, this happened.
It was a lot of tension building up, and I actually remember. During the match, it was
A lot of tension building up.
it was building up. So. What are you guys laughing about?
There's a lot of tension out there. I know there was.
The fucking day I was working before the tournament, guys like, oh, it's so much tension.
No, it's funny because it's true.
So during the match that sparked it all, I got hit so many times in my head by Pete, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this old man. I don't care that he has kids. I don't care that he has a job. I'm gonna fucking take him down, and I did, and he got hurt, and then I sent an apology. Yeah, you hurt. You were.
I heard at the moment I got down.
Listen, you were like, oh man.
If Pete the Greek was 20 years old going against his boy,
Hold on. When the king is speaking, you keep your tone lower.
keep going.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Keep going.
Pete, please keep talking in the third person.
Okay, so essentially, he cries like a little bitch. You know, he just gets walk off. I apologize to Joey. I'm like, hey, Joey, you know, like, I'm sorry that happened, you know. And then I said sorry to Pete, you know. And then Pete had the great idea to be like, hey, you know what? We should have a white belt bash. So, and that's how it started.
Was it Pete's idea?
I think it was. I'm like,
I don't
think it was a
remember.
collective idea, but like Pete, like
had too
really
many
like,
beers
pushed
since
for
then.
the idea.
Pete wanted
Yeah,
his
he's
revenge.
Like, I just want to go up against everyone. Like, that's what I'm thinking. But I think to summarize everyone's, you know, like match, I think Ron, one trick takedown pony. Very lucky fluke from a failed drop.
You said Sean Fluke.
Yeah, Sean was a
Bullshit.
fluke.
You're
Yeah.
just salty.
When you lost the
Kingslayer.
It was only by a takedown, only by 2 points. Yeah, so it was
It was a great match, but I got the job done.
The thief in the
steroid
night.
muscle head. Oh, you know, and then yeah, and
Serious allegation.
very serious. Hardest match, by the way. But and then we got fat alcoholic Greek.
Yes.
And then
I took you down, if you remember that.
yeah, and then what happened afterwards?
You took my back.
Yeah. So
Did you finish the choke? You did
but
the
who
shit.
won? But who won?
You did.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Just making sure. Just making sure. But and then we got Jay. We got senior retirement home. Balding. But, yeah.
So
That's
as you
all I
guys can
gotta
see,
say.
the king won via anger and pride.
Out of spite.
He had
I
He had a
remember-
very
okay,
good
okay.
coach.
So I remember when Kenny's family was just like screaming like, "Yeah, Kenny, go!" And I remember just like this rage like brindling upon me. I was just like, "There's no way I'm gonna let this guy win right now."
Your boys lost you the match.
I didn't have my family here.
you had yes, they were.
No,
Your sons, your kids.
Your dad was. Your old man was, right?
they were out of town. My dad was just.
That's great. He just heard someone cheering.
He's imagining. He's just imagining the scenario.
Don't test someone else for steroids here.
Oh, amazing. The
The
king.
crown is giving you some brain damage.
The crown. Yeah.
This shit's made out of
Does that
leather
thing
or
fit? The crown layeth heavy upon the head. Yeah.
I also want to say, fuck you, Taylor. During the entirety of the white belt bash, you were cheering against me. During the finals match, you claimed that you weren't cheering for Kenney. Check it back. Check the video back. You were cheering for Kenney the entire time.
Go Taylor.
She was for sure.
Number one Taylor fan.
Taylor, we got your back.
We love Taylor.
Taylor.
I don't care what anyone says. That's it? Good?
T-Pain.
I've let it out.
That was just him being angry at everyone.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
So,
The Child King.
Hey, Joy,
Yes,
Kyle, because Adrian won he's the king, and I don't know, people don't know that he's also injured. The rest of us got him. We bought some presents for him.
For Adrian?
For Adrian, yes,
Okay.
to help him in the process of healing his foot. So I would
for
like
those
to,
who don't know, we'll just say really quick, Adrian, if you don't mind sticking your boot up in the air, Adrian broke his foot winning first place in Vegas in one of the hardest tournaments in America. Won first place as a white belt. Just so you know, he is the king of white belts, not just in this room.
So we got him.
Well, I heard on Taylor
got you,
Meredith reporting live that it's fake news.
Since he said I was hitting his head too many times, so I guess this guy has a lot of injuries.
When he got here today, the boot was on the right foot.
First present to go over your healing period.
Can you zoom in on this?
This is another one. That's a very good
That's an
cream.
important one.
The guy there told us to give.
Can they see it?
And that's
Tampons.
That's for the relief.
Vagisil.
I'm gonna say all these things in a moment.
We all got them for you to help you
Just so
through
you
the
know,
process.
so the
of
gifts-
healing. Thank you.
Are these it? So we have
He's
some
so mad right
Vagisil healthy detox freshening spray, and then we have some tampons, Tampax, and some menstrual relief.
Extra strong, by the way.
Okay, now I'm gonna need you to use all these on the podcast right
Gotcha.
now. Just kidding. These are great. I'm gonna keep these up here.
How's that going to help his foot?
He can figure it out.
I think the argument is his vagina. I'm trying to help you out. That his vagina's broken, not his foot. That's the argument. That's very great. That's a good joke right there.
Hey, you guys got beat by a girl.
Hey, there you go. So let's quickly. I think one of the notes that came to me when I was listening to everyone was maybe breaking down the rule set that we had for the tournament. We only had it as a 4-minute round, which is very short, and we did it half and half, much like we would with the ADCC rules. We did the first half no score, no points, which gave them an opportunity to kind of like just train.
Yep.
And then the second half, points became active.
Yep.
Just so people knows how to go. And then for the finals match, then we did 6 minutes.
Well, yes, and then what we also did too was we ran it as a round robin, so everyone went against everyone.
Everyone faced everyone.
And then we also gave you points based on whether you won and whether you submitted the person. So if your match went to a draw, you both got a 0. If you won,
Won
you
by
got
points.
1 point. If you submitted your person, you got 2 points.
Yeah.
So
that was a deciding factor.
yeah,
on
with those
Kenney.
point factors, I believe Sean
Sean would
won
have been in finals, but
every
you-
match except one, but he didn't submit anybody.
Yep.
And then Kenney, same thing, but had
Adrian
some
got a submission.
submissions.
Kenny got a submission.
Yeah, so that was a big factor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why-
Kenny beat you by submission, so that was a big factor. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure we spell out that stuff. Any other notes? What else do I want to say? So it's really I want to go back to the origins. Is it, unless you have something else?
No, I
from
think
that?
we do. I think we want to show the
So I think it's time to do this. So I think you guys did a pretty good job of talking about it, but we're actually going to play the audio, and I'm going to allow you guys to watch it, and this is going to be on the podcast, just so you know. And I think I will add the video in there when we edit it. We'll see how good my skills are with editing.
We'll definitely, even if it doesn't get edited into the podcast, we'll get this video out there on
it's
YouTube.
A fantastic
as,
video.
Origins of the White Belt Bash.
So I'm going to let you guys watch it too. If anyone wants to sneak in and kind of look over it, we can zoom in. Don't worry about the video. We're just going to talk. But so this is the origins of the story, because these guys didn't plan on fighting each other or doing a big tournament. And then this moment happened. This is May the 2nd, 2023. May the 2nd. So this is what you said. So it took a whole month for us to get
almost
the tournament going?
Almost two.
Well, all the bullshit started after this, like, the little bit like the tension, as Adrian described, and then the tension eased up, and it kind of turned into, hey, we should.
So I'm playing this. So to give you some background on this too, is that we were starting our stand-up module, and both these guys never wrestled in their life. Pete's a full-grown man. Adrian's a young lad, and we see this single leg come. I'm going to pause it right now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is my favorite part of the video. Is you just heard Joey say, "Oh no."
Yeah.
The best part is like nothing really bad has happened.
But
yet,
I could just
but
feel
Joey
it.
can tell what's going.
But this is back. Me and Nolan were coaching that day, and we're watching this go down. And I see this. So Adrian has a single leg, and something interesting today. You and I were training, Pete. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We were doing the hand fighting, and I said, "Hey, you got to be careful. If someone picks up your foot, it's a risky thing for you to hang over the top, like try to snap someone down with one leg up." And this is the exact scenario that happened.
And he hasn't learned since then.
I have not.
Boom! There. Okay. So let's just listen to the sound. So everyone, be quiet for a moment. I'm going to turn this up so we hear this in the podcast. You guys probably
quiet, Rob.
might not hear it, but
Oh no! From the floor, Pete. Oh God!
I'm hurting just.
can you guys hear that out loud?
Adrian's a dick.
Listen to it one more time.
Now that I'm watching
So-
it again, dude.
And then I'm going to hear it one more time, and then we'll say what happened for anyone who, of course, we're going to put it in the video, I think. But listen to the
Oh
sound.
God! Oh no! From the floor, Pete. Oh God! It's on video.
It's had a nice reverberation too.
Afterwards, too.
So essentially, from that single leg, Adrian with his head down, so Pete has that front headlock with one leg up in the air with the cross single, so that means his foot is across the body. And Adrian goes for something he probably saw a YouTube video of trying to kick the foot out, like a foot sweep, while he's in this position. So now Pete is completely suspended in the air as Adrian leaves the floor with both of his feet to land his shoulder upon Pete's chest. And the whiplash of Pete's head just boom. Fantastic slam.
Adrian's loving it right now.
And then, as Adrian said, he mounts him, and then Pete taps. And you know what my favorite thing about this? I'm going to zoom in on it.
Big Matt watching.
Is big Matt watching and just with a little bit of a smile, but also a lot of concern.
proud, man. Matt was proud.
So,
I don't remember.
in case you've never seen that video, that is the origin of the entire tournament, because that happens. Pete, I'm sure, goes right to Kenney because you guys are friends.
He did.
And he said, "This fucking kid."
I saw him. I called him.
You called him out that day.
I'll tell you the conversation.
So can you tell me like what what happened?
So that was probably what, like 11 or noon class?
That was a daytime noon.
Yeah, I'll never forget, dude, because it was like 12:30, and then I got like
calls him right
bro. I need to talk immediately.
The second he caught his breath, he probably couldn't call him for a while. He's like,
I also really quick before.
I was back in class the next day.
But I'll say one more thing before you tell the rest of the story. I remember thinking too, like instantly. So this is how, as a gym owner, as a school owner, how my brain works is I'm obviously very, as much as I want everyone to get good and get tough, I want people to be safe too. It's like my number one priority.
Concerned, yeah.
Very, and it's like, all right, every time we start stand-up module, it's just like the risk goes up extremely high. And this is not during training. This was afterwards when you guys were, just rolling. And, I remember telling everyone before as we line up, I always say, like, if you want to do some of the stand-up work, just do the hand fighting for now. Don't worry about the takedowns, right? Play guard if you need to, whatever. So instantly when you hit the ground, I'm like, well, It was great having Pete. We're never gonna see him again. Like I loved Pete. Pete was
sit down.
yeah. I was like, sit down. So
We did sit down and then we got back up.
yeah, it was that too. I do remember. Like Pete, like pulled guard right away, and then as soon as Adrian touched him, he stood up. He's like, "Fuck it." But I legitimately remember thinking like, you know, it was a good run. I think Pete was a great guy, but like he's probably hurt. He's never coming back. You know, I've seen that story play out. I'm sure you have too. Someone who's like just went one hard day and just never coming back. So to your credit, Pete, you are a legitimate man. You didn't back down at all, and you weren't like, I'm hurt, my back. You were very, very tough about it, and I give you a lot of credit.
Well, time out.
Yeah, we don't need that.
He wasn't like I'm hurting my back to us, but he did call Kenney. Thank
you.
And this is important. Dude,
Kenney, my
Kenny, my back. This kid
for an hour straight. He was my back.
Hey, this is key. This is key to like the development of the tournament, the brotherhood, and the friendship for sure. This is it. Because he called me and Pete, we were already getting pretty close at this time because I got you in here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he's like, bro, I need to talk. And I'm like, what's up, man? And I called him, like, what's going on, dude? And he's like, dude, you know that fucking kid Adrian? And I was like, no, I don't fucking know who he is. I didn't. I'm like, he's a young guy, man. You know him. He's comes every sometime. You've trained with him. I'm like, what does he look like? I don't know. He's tall, not like you, but he's tall. You know, he's fit. He's like 14 or 20 years old or whatever. And I'm like, Adrian.
Thank you, Pete.
Like, Adrian. And then he's like describing, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that kid. I'm like, yeah, he's a good kid. He's like, he fucking slammed me, bro. He's like, dude, this fucking guy needs to be careful, man. He's like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, you know, we're training. Like, dude, he was like,
Full on
not
bitching.
hurt, but he was hurt.
Oh, I got you.
Like, because he liked you. And he told me, I train with this guy all the time. He's a good kid. You know, but
Why'd he do this?
fuck him, right? You know, like, what the fuck, man? And I was like, you know, I said, dude, we got to smash that fucking kid, dude. Like, we'll fucking smash him up, dude. And then he's like,
Did it work?
Fuck yeah, bro, let's smash him. So then, like, at the same time, like Ronni, we were all fucking palling around, and then Sean, you were around at that time. You clicked in right away, like, what's up, dude? Because you were just fucking Irish as shit and tough. Like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but yeah, I'll grab you in a headlock. And Adrian, like, you know, you being, you know, there is a fucking big age gap.
There is.
You know,
100%.
Sean, what are you, 28?
28, yeah.
You know, so you guys are closer, but you're closer in age to my oldest son than you are with me. You know? So think about that. But then, like, you're a good guy. Like, I don't feel, you're a stand-up fucking guy to me.
He's a
dude.
hard worker.
You came
He's
right in.
not like a
blue-collar guy.
Yeah,
he's a fucking.
I'll say that about
he's
you too. Is
tough.
you're not just like a kid.
He's not at all.
because he
Not
had
at
a
all.
full-time job. He's working. He works. You
I
do
thought he was-
HVAC and.
Yeah, I thought you were much older than you were.
You're very mature
I
kids,
was in
Leslie.
shock when you were
Not when you
19.
talk on the microphone.
Yeah.
Hi. but outside of the microphone.
Number one.
The tension's in the air.
Yeah, no. When you were, because when I met you, you were 19. You're 20.
Now we get him on the streets of Vegas, but
Oh yeah, yeah. The police
19.
officers
Yeah,
in Vegas really liked
I
him.
remember I was like, oh, he's not 19. He's like
I thought he was
25 or
14 when we met him.
26. No, that's what the Greek. No, he could smell it on you. No, he was about 16. wait. No, 19 and a half.
Whoa, got it.
You're right. Yeah, so from that, everything blossomed. And then I think it was when we started like getting in like the group chat or whatever, where like someone just shot it out there like, let's do a fucking, it started with let's do an in-house tournament. And then you were like, yeah.
I mean,
with
yeah.
you guys.
The in-house.
Yeah, like you guys were like, yeah, with you guys though, not just
Yeah.
the whole school, with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've always wanted to have an in-house tournament, but that was more like something me and Kyle have always
talked
wanted
about it
to
forever,
do.
right? Yeah.
Like, we just want to do something. And Kyle's had different formats and things that we want to do.
Yep.
But then this just like this natural evolution. I'll say, and Kenney obviously was a big part of it because Kenney was like, he's the only one who was vocal enough to like come to me and say like, you know, these guys are doing like, this is funny and
Very
this,
vocal.
like you were telling me everything.
Yep.
You know, and it just was like a perfect fit.
yeah,
So it made sense.
it was a magical crew.
Magical
I think
crew.
we all kind of like everybody here, even Adrian that is younger. You know, we're all friends. We click. You know, we joke around. We have good roles. So I think that tournament, even we were just 6 months into it, but we didn't have a lot of skills, but it was fun, right?
It was truly a white belt bash,
was
which that was
fun.
that was the intrigue, at least in my mind, was you take a group of people with limited experience and very little. I think only you guys did a tournament. No one else did a tournament, but no competitive experience. So even if you trained a bunch, you guys never competed.
Nope.
I mean, it's almost like one level above bum fights.
It's
Kind of like bum fights in a gi.
yeah, it's an organized bum fight. No punching, no biting, and no hepatitis. But yes.
But man, you guys.
Oh well, hold on.
At least 2 of those.
Ronnie, your test came back.
You are positive.
You got the
What a bad time.
I got another confession,
Oh please.
dude. So the face-offs.
Yes, I want to talk
I
about the
was
way.
like, dude, I got
So,
like.
let me just say really quick about
yeah.
so and then remember your story. So we did a fun, obviously, so we did the seating, and then the night before I wanted to make it special. So I was, I wanted to be like as much of Dana
Serious.
White as
Yep.
I could.
Yep.
I wanted to be a promoter, so I was like, we're doing weigh-ins. We're gonna do the night before weigh-in. So like we trained, and then after training, I was like, let's make this thing official, and like we had them step on the scale, so we knew what everyone weighed. That was another part, a stipulation in the rules was a certain weight difference. And I didn't know what I wanted to do at first. I was like, maybe 25, 30 pounds. I think we ended up with 50 pounds was the difference. If you had a 50-pound weight difference, then you get to start in an advantage. You get to start in a positional advantage,
Back
whether
or
it's
mount.
mount, back, or side.
I want to give a congrats to Jay here.
Jay.
He wore you.
Who's the
wore
lightest?
Your gi weighing in?
No.
What, you full clothed?
No, I only have my.
He went butt naked.
You remember it was like a pound difference. You could have started on his.
I cut.
Oh,
That's
yes,
why-
yes.
That's
Kenny
why I wanna
lost
give
some weight.
him,
Yes.
like,
I cut weight.
You didn't get about the weight
I
difference,
think Jay did not make the cut, right?
Take everything
Yeah.
off. Take everything off.
So Ronnie was the lightest.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Ronnie, what did you weigh? Do you?
I think 155, 156. I think I was 155 or 156.
157, I believe. Maybe 158.
And then it would have to be Adrian. What'd you weigh?
I think I weighed like 175.
And then I would say Sean or Pete. What'd you weigh?
I think it was like 178.
Pete?
185.
And then the big dog.
195? You weighed 205 for this thing.
1.8.
When were you weighing 215?
There's a running joke for anyone who doesn't know. Whenever Pete signs up on the sign up sheets, I don't know who's doing it. I don't know who's doing it. But Pete always writes. I think you always write 185.
Always.
And then instantly the next day I come up and it's like 195. And then I go back, I look again, it's 205. And people keep scratching it out. And then last time it was, I think 5,000 pounds was what it ended up being. And I think he was a little insulted. So you were the heaviest. What'd you weigh again? Sorry.
I can't remember. I think I was like
215?
215. Yeah.
So-
Well, what
and-
were you? We can figure it out. 55. So.
You're 50 pounds heavier.
You were bigger back then.
I think so Kenny, you obviously were the heaviest. It was just cool. I felt like Pete, Adrian, and Sean were like in their own. We're in the division.
Yeah.
They were very fairly weighed. Like you guys could have faced each other.
Yep.
And then Jay and Ronnie, we know
They
for a
already
fact,
faced each other.
they ended up facing each other many times in tournaments afterwards, right? Never before, but after. You guys ended up facing each other twice now because you guys in a similar weight class. So it's kind of cool to see the weigh. I love the weigh-ins. It was so much
Weigh-ins
fun.
are fun.
And then we ended up having some fun at the weigh-ins. What do you think? You were gonna say something about the
Dude, I didn't like
The tension?
doing a face off with Jay.
got
I really
scared?
like Jay. He's my guy, dude. Nah, I didn't like it, man.
So we set up
Felt
the
dirty,
matchups.
dude. Like,
we set up the first
first
matchups.
round.
Yeah, the first round. So we did the weigh-ins, and then we had them do a face-off. And this is a controversial moment as well.
Oh yeah.
Something that was deemed Nipplegate came about. And Nipplegate is not about what's her name? What's that one lady's?
Christina Applegate.
No.
No, Justin Timberlake and,
yeah, Michael Jackson's sister. What's her?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Yeah.
For those who are familiar with Janet Jackson's nipples, this is way better. I'd rather talk about Ronnie's nipples and Pete's nipples than Janet Jackson.
Any day,
Any
all
day
right?
of the week.
and that was my childhood. Yeah, that was the best Super Bowl halftime show I've
This
ever
was one of the
seen.
greatest face-offs of all time, is having Pete and Ronnie come this close to making out, and then it just became a slap fest and nipple twisters, and I felt the tension in the air.
You walked away.
I was like, I can't handle
I'm
it.
walking away.
You know what? I think I need more credit for actually being able to find the nipple amongst that jungle. Look at that. Look, I should. Where's my medal for finding that for the target?
my medal?
The laser.
Yeah, the precision was nice too. You just
Well,
right
I
to the
didn't even
nipple.
look. If you go back, I just went boom.
That was fast.
But he gave you a legit slap in the face.
Oh, real for real.
And I remember feeling like, oh man, like this.
Yeah,
could
that's
be-
when you walked away. You like.
I was like, this is a real fight. I might just let him go. I'm gonna turn away.
Get aggressive. Get aggressive.
Fight. What if they actually threw down?
Bum fights are real.
I think it was more
I
sexual.
think that was
Yeah.
more.
I thought there was more sexual tension. That's what made me.
That was legitimately the only fighting move I knew was to go straight for the nipple.
It hurt too.
Sexual tension for sure.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a pattern with Pete the Greek and different types of tension with different individuals.
I felt tension. Physical, sexual.
Angry tension with Adrian. Sexual tension with Ron.
The bro.
What do you got going on with me and Jay, dude?
You know.
That would be a good nickname for him. Pete Attention Safaris.
I just think sexual tension. Sexual tension.
Sexual Safaris is good.
So let's if no one does anyone have anything they want to say about the face-offs? Does anyone remember anything about it that besides the nipple gate? Anything
I
else?
had one with you the day before.
Yeah, we did.
We did one. That
Do
was
a
the first
face-off?
one. That was really
You guys
good.
making out in the alley isn't a face-off. The
We had one the night before. The night before.
night before that. The night before that.
Face-off. Is that what you kids
You
call
can't
it?
even say anything. These guys go right at it.
Otherwise, I think the next thing we should do. Kenny's using the badger still right now. Otherwise, I think what we should do is we should go through our nicknames and the origins of the nicknames because that was a big part. I made a flyer. I made a poster. I did a post. I did a good, Rocky music to the post. It was a blast promoting this event. And I just remember thinking like nicknames are really important. So yeah, we did have some interesting nicknames. Obviously, Sneaky J was great from the tournament. So
Yeah, that
that's
was-
from a tournament you did before, right?
That was, I think it was a week before the White Belt Bash, and we did, or maybe 2 weeks before.
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks
'Cause
before.
We did a review, and we were watching all the matches, and there was a time where I had to get reset, and the guy had an underhook, but I felt like I had a pretty good bite on it, so when we reset, I grabbed an underhook. I didn't realize what was going on. But obviously, it looked like I was cheating, so you guys saw like, oh, Sneaky J. And,
No.
And I think
Joey goes, oh, look at Jay. Just stuck his arm back in there.
Little
Sneaky
sneaky
Jay.
Jay.
Dude, it was you guys were watching the footage. I stopped by with my family, and when you said Sneaky Jay, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, Sneaky Jay. Yes, dude, Sneaky Jay. Oh, I loved it. And then I found out later he hates it.
I said,
Dude, I don't call him it no
hate
more.
it. I love it.
Call him Noble Jay.
I fucking love it. No, in the beginning,
you are
I
Sneaky
didn't
Jay.
because like the implications of me being a sneaky bastard. I'm like, wait, I'm not cheating. And Kenny's like, nope, it's fucking Sneaky Jay. I'm like, oh,
I love Sneaky
it.
J. I just think that's a great nickname. So it's sticking around.
yeah,
it's sneaking its way in.
The day you told me you didn't like it,
You heartbroken?
I swear to God, I was like, one, because you didn't like it. Two, because I was like, oh, dude, I'm a piece of shit. I've been calling this
Sneaky
guy.
Jay!
I've been getting
Every
everyone
time
to
Jay
call this
came in,
guy
he's just
Sneaky
screaming.
Jay. I got him in my fucking phone book as Sneaky Jay. My dad calls him Sneaky Jay, and he hates it.
I don't
He
hate
hates
it.
me.
My kids call him Sneaky.
I want to go on record. I do not hate it. In the beginning, I think every great nickname.
Yeah, you gotta hate it.
You have to kind of not like it in the beginning. It has to be something a little bit where it's like, I don't know, man. But then it just becomes you. And so I think that's what the great nicknames are. So I do appreciate
I mean, at least you're not nicknamed Dogface.
Yeah, you have to embrace something like that, just hardcore. Dog face or poopy pants, you know? You gotta- Shout out Poopy Pants. Shout out
Sergio Poopy
Sergio
Pants.
Poopy
And
Pants.
I'll say Sergio took that like a champ.
Took it good.
Somehow it just accidentally called him Poopy Pants. And he's just like, yeah, I am Poopy Pants. Has he ever shit his pants? I don't know. Maybe he did. That's why he's so comfortable.
That's why he's embracing it.
Call into the podcast. Who hasn't shit their pants? I mean, come on. If you ain't shit your pants, you ain't living.
So then obviously
You ain't taking enough chances in life.
So let's go down the list. So then, obviously, Pete the Greek is just a natural nickname. It made the most sense.
Now, why?
He's actually not Greek.
Yeah, I'm not actually.
So if you listen to the podcast, he is from the land of Greece.
Yes.
Yeah. So Pete the Greek, it's just a natural fit. I think you came in calling yourself that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh,
When
Pete
he
the Greek,
signed
Pete the
up
Greek.
at the school, he didn't write his name. He just wrote Pete the Greek. And I was like, oh, perfect.
Whatever, easy, nice and easy, right?
Yeah. So and that led to this was the most comments I've ever gotten. Like on the posts and stuff. What everyone remembers. No one remembers any of the matches. Everyone just remembers Adrian's nickname because on the poster it's listed super intelligently, which is like Jay, Sneaky Jay, and we'll talk about the other ones. But then it was like Pete the Greek, and then the next one was Adrian the Greek Slayer. So Adrian, the nickname of the Greek Slayer was a special one.
Even Mikey that day was like, "Oh man, you're in trouble." Mikey, your nephew. Yeah. He's like, "Look at your name."
So even
this guy's name.
Even an 8-year-old understood the implications of like being a Greek and then having a Greek Slayer next to you.
The little kid's just like, I mean, logically, that does look like a good matchup for you. You probably would have done way better against anybody except
The
the
matchup,
Slayer.
yeah, the matchup there was perfect of the Greek Slayer. You've since been deemed more the king.
Yeah.
Which we enjoy, but we are a little concerned. I think me and Kenny talked about this the other day. You remember?
No.
We're like,
Remind me.
yeah, we're like, I don't know if this is a good nickname considering you being Mexican.
Yeah. Some gang affiliations.
We're like Adrian the
Watch
king.
out for
No,
that, bro.
man.
In the barrio.
If we, no, the king's fine. Believe me, the king's
think it's
fine.
all right?
Yeah, the king's fine. Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I don't think you
If he
understand
wears
what
that
this
crown
means.
No,
the
I
wrong
understand,
way,
but
I'm
we
just saying.
were calling Jay a sneaky Jay. So I think it's okay if we start calling him a king. Yeah. So I think we're all good. Yeah. I knew Kenny would get it. Yeah.
Kyle's hitting 2 jokes.
Yeah.
Wait,
so-
he's not Jewish.
No, he's not. But you're saying sneaky. Yeah.
This is a
Sneaky
DNA
Jay.
report.
Says more
That's
about
a
you.
common term. out
He's
there.
Mexican too. Jay Perez.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good as the
We got
king.
the gangbanger
Yep.
first place guy. We got the Hasidic over here. We got the Persian Greek. What else, man? What else?
So yeah, we'll continue the racistness of this, and we
go to the mix.
we didn't have a nickname for Sean, McAvoy, so he became the Mick, and I guess is Mick a really bad word?
Nah, hell no, man. When you said that on your podcast, I was in shock.
It's not.
You said it was a slur? It's a
I don't
term
think it's
of
that
endearment.
bad, but I don't think it's not a good way to describe an Irishman.
Are you're from Ireland? You have family in Ireland?
Yeah, my
right?
grandparents are from Ireland.
And like, would they be happy with you be calling a Mick?
Probably not.
No. Yeah. So that's
They
that's
probably wouldn't get it. They'd be like, no. Fuck you. Get out.
I don't give a shit.
I think it's like,
You're Irish.
Oh, I love Irish
I
people.
think
I'm
if you
Irish.
call an Irish person like, you fucking potato eater, that's bad.
Are you doing the research?
He's looking it up.
And when I look it up, dictionary.com just says Mick, noun, offensive, and Irishman.
No, it's an honorable.
Yeah, but it's like funny. It's funny because we have it written. I think we had it written as the Mick, the
not
Mick
that bad.
on the poster and his face. It's just everyone's face. It's like you're just like smiling. The Mick.
That's what they call someone whose name is Michael. Hey, Mickey.
Mickey. Did we change it?
It's a two-stripe shirt.
Oh yeah. So then obviously the whole controversy with your sandbag or your opposite of sandbagging. What is it called when you do opposite? Your inflation. He's been inflated to a two-striper. So I thought the nickname of Two-Stripe Sean McAvoy was a great nickname too.
Yeah,
so two stripes, and I think you'll live in that for
I'll
a while.
always be a two-striper.
Two-striper, no matter what, you're just two-stripe. Sean is fucking funny. And then
Hey, remember the day that we were all getting our 2 stripes? And then he's like, Sean.
Well, Pete was so upset.
Yeah.
Pete was very upset.
we have a common theme of Pete just always being upset about shit that doesn't matter.
We all were lined up.
It has more tension. Yeah, he was disgusted.
He was really.
We were
upset.
all lined up and we looked at each other like,
is he serious? Should I?
I'm like, Sean,
do I go
coming
up
out.
there? I'm like, are you
Sean-
sure?
Hey,
I know. I remember you going like this. Sean like waves me off. So I'm like, Sean, come up, and he goes, like waves me off. I'm like, no, Sean, come up. I want to give you your second stripe.
You can keep your fucking stripe. I don't need that fucking stripe.
Sean's like,
So
no,
red.
thanks.
You were so red. You got like, should I go up there? Should I stay?
Kenny looked at me and just smiled.
So two stripe Mick. I mean, that's pretty good. Two stripe Mick is
How
pretty
many
good.
nicknames you got, Ron?
Dude, wait, no, still to this day, we'll send pictures in the group chat to Pete of Sean wearing somebody's blue ball or somebody's purple ball.
So Sean will go away for a while, go on a trip and something, and we're always like, oh, he came back with a blue belt, came back with a purple belt.
And Pete gets upset again.
So Ronnie had an awesome nickname. I felt like this was a perfect nickname of Rage and Ron.
It started off as Roid Rage.
It was Royd. Yeah, it was Royd and Ron, I think. And then
Kenny started it. Kenny called me, oh, fuck, bro, yo, Roid Rage, bro. Hey, fuck yeah.
but that's how you roll.
He's got tribal tattoo on his arm, dude. Roid Rage is all, dude. Come on.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Rage and Ronnie was perfect.
Rage and Ron just fucking, it gets me going. Like, I like Rage and Ron. It's just, like, I want you to be like a 1920s boxer, just Rage and Ron, fighting for a sandwich.
It's better than half stash.
Yeah,
That's a good one, too. I like that one.
I think that's what you wanted to call him, Pete,
I
right?
always call him half staff.
For those who don't
It's
know.
coming back, dude. Come and take a look. It's coming back.
Or
It's
Ronnie
slowly
Clock.
going back. What's that?
Ronnie
yeah,
Clock.
Ronnie Clock.
That kind of
good
grew
one,
with time. The Clock Slayer. For those who don't know,
The clock. I got slayed by the clock.
And you slayed the Santa, too.
Yeah, Santa didn't stand a fucking
God,
chance.
your podcast is one of my favorite. I go back and listen to it every once in a while. I really do.
That was a lot of fun.
Remember the Santa?
When are we doing volume 2?
We'll do it again.
Let's do volume 2.
So those are all the nicknames.
Well, no, we got to do it. So so I was the announcer. The only
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny.
the only nickname I messed up because he had two. Yeah, it was Kenny had two nicknames.
Don't touch the wire. I keep hearing it in my ear. It's driving me fucking crazy. Yeah, hold it like that.
It's the Greek or me?
Both of you.
I'm not.
Both of us.
The Greek.
So much tension.
Again?
This tension in the room.
Just hold this.
I just got it. Adrian had it.
So Kenny, I think we started with the Mountain, and I like the nickname the Mountain for two reasons. One, which is ironic because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. And then the other day, this was a while back, but I was like, man, I love the Game of Thrones. He's like, that show's gay. I don't know what you said exactly, but like, I don't like it. I was like, dude, I love it. And you're like, all right, I'll try it again. But I named him the Mountain because if anyone knows, the Mountain who rides is like, that's like the biggest guy in the kingdom, and he's like badass. I was like, dude, you're the Mountain. But then I thought of it as like, it could also be like a play on words, like Mount Tin. He's the Mountain. He mounts
Mountain
people.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's how I viewed it.
Yeah.
Did you like that nickname?
I did.
Did you ride it
And then I
out?
like the Spanish La Montana. I really like that.
But then you came out to the Bowsers.
Yeah. So
I saw it.
To rat you out, bro. I had to say something about it.
Listen,
The Greek
tension.
tension just wiped on me.
it's okay. I hear it. So then we ended up changing your nickname to Bowser, and it was because one day in the kids class when you're helping out,
Yeah.
I was doing, I tell the kids to go, do like Super Mario skips, right? Yep. And I was like, watch out, there's Bowser, and he did can you do it on the microphone? Do it.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Oh shit, man. Dude, you put me on the spot.
He does a good Bowser. I hope it. So it was better the first time.
Come on, man. Dude, you could have sold it to everybody.
It wasn't great. You did it so good the first time. Give me one more.
All right, hold on. I'll just do it randomly. Don't look at me.
He's pee shy right now.
Nobody say a word.
Yeah, he hit it so hard. It's like, you're Bowser. That's a good nickname. So I think we ended up switching to Bowser.
Well, yeah, he walked out to the peaches.
If no one has anything else, what about I think we should just get into that final big chapter. We can play and listen to it.
Yeah, let's play the Walkouts.
Yeah. Anything else, guys, before we play this?
Pete?
Kenny, can you laugh again and I'll touch the wire this time? Maybe it'll make it sound
Dude,
better.
there's some major wire touching going on here.
Is that what you call it?
Pete, shout out to the food you guys brought.
So-
Thanks for that.
Oh, yeah, you remember that?
The Euros.
The Euros was fantastic. He brought beer. My dad
That's
had a
right.
beer with Pete at the end of the race.
We did actually, yeah.
You guys brought like a bunch of beer. I think it was like Rolling Rock or something.
Blue Moon.
right? Blue Moon.
I brought like I don't know, like 30 beer,
Yeah.
30, 40 beers. They were here to like for like 6 months.
I-
later.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Nobody
we
was
never
drinking
drank
the
them.
beer, so
Before we
I
move on
had
to
to drink the beer.
I just have to say, one of the things that was one of the most fascinating things to me and that was so funny was I could not believe how upset Pete was at the reffing of an in-house, like your friend's
play-
tournament.
yeah.
That ref over there. And I'm like, you know him. That's your training partner. Like, that guy doesn't know how to.
Yeah, Miguel. He was mad at Miguel.
Every single time.
He was mad at Jeremy.
Oh, I
Shout
remember
out to our refs.
I remember just walking over and being like, that blew my mind. I was just like,
He took this shit serious, which I appreciate. I love that there was
It was amazing.
There was a little bit of course, it's all playful, it's all fun, which it should be, even when you're in the most stressful. If it's a real tournament, even MMA, like the biggest moments, you have to have a little bit of lightheartedness because
fun.
it has to be. Otherwise, don't do it. But also, even in the most joyful, non-serious moments, and Sean has it. Sean's got a competitive edge to a lot of people. I can just tell he has a competitiveness to him that gives him an edge on a lot of people. Because he took it, I can tell he took it serious. He wanted to win, and like I love that shit. I just love.
well, that's you. At any
love it,
game,
dude. I
you
don't
can play a
care.
card game, which you always got to win. Yeah, it's good.
And I'm always having fun, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I want to. I take it serious.
Part of the fun's winning.
Part of the fun is the seriousness
Yeah.
of it. So thank you, Pete, for not letting if a referee, if you believe the ref messed up, I want to hear about it.
We might have to get new refs for next time.
It's okay.
Who was the best ref?
The best ref?
Was it him? Because it was 3 refs, just so we know. We'll say it.
Remember
and
the
I
big-
appreciate, guys. I think we should also, really quick before we do this, too, also talk about our coaches.
Yes.
But we had, what the fun part about it was it was everyone from the school. We didn't outsource shit. we even had police officers like Ross come in and brought a fog machine for the walkouts. That was really a police fog machine, like that they used. I don't know why they used it.
Turn it off. Turn it off. The building's full of smoke.
Dude, I thought we were gonna. Do you remember that? Yeah, I thought maybe.
Yeah, it was full of tear gas.
It was tear gas.
But shout out to Jeremy Raddick, who trained tonight. Hope he's doing good. We love Jeremy.
Yeah.
He's like the perfect ref because he really
knows jiu- yeah.
he loves sport jiu-jitsu. He loves the gi, and he's got that Brazilian feel to it. For some reason, he was just like a Brazilian ref, like very serious, never smiled.
serious.
Every once in a while, like a little smile, but he was like taking it really serious. And then we asked Miggy, who's got a lot of competition experience, to do it.
Yep.
And I could feel there were certain times when Miggy was overwhelmed or like pressure, like, I don't know, what should we do? What is this going on? But Miguel had a blast and he did a great job too. And then you were the ref in the middle, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Kyle in his suit, like a real IBJJF
I was
ref.
an announcer and the ref. I did the Joe Rogan slash. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a ref. It was great. Can you guys talk about your coaches and why you had your coach? If you had a reason for your coach,
I had
you don't remember?
I had
us?
TJ.
Did they choose you? So I think a lot of them. I think it was like a relationship thing. A lot of you guys were like, I know you want to be my TJ. Or,
And I think the stipulation was that they had to be a blue belt. So that was who we
Or
had to choose.
experienced, yeah.
So we had to choose somebody that was a blue belt. We couldn't choose a purple or anybody else. And I remember I trained with TJ a lot because he usually came to like the morning classes. And that's when
TJ's a kid's blue belt.
yeah. So he was like the only one that didn't
Yeah.
technically have
Well,
a blue
he
belt,
was
but
only
he was
like
very,
11.
Yeah,
He was like 8 years old when he did the.
he's a 7-year-old coach.
Yeah,
and he was
7-year-old
helping me
coach.
out, Yeah.
Which was so cute because TJ is just an adorable little dude. He's grown up now already in this 1 year since then. He's like he's got little muscles and stuff, but in that tournament, TJ's just a quiet kid, very smiley, very
quiet.
nice. But to see him like kind of like open up and like smile and like go Jay,
Right,
and like
yeah.
jump up and down, it was like one of my favorite moments too.
Yeah, it was awesome having him. Like I said earlier too. Like he just helped a lot with like the coaching and just helping me, through the little
So
situations.
shout out to
Yeah.
TJ. And TJ's
TJ.
got a huge future in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
Just so people know, TJ's 14 years old. No, he's 15 now. He just turned 15. Got his driver's permit and all that. And he has now dropped out of school. He's homeschooled and he trains full time. So he
got my
trains
training partner
daytime,
back.
nighttime. He's here all day. In between classes or in between training jiu-jitsu, I have him use his computer and do his schoolwork. I mean, he's a full-time, he's loving it.
Legit.
And we're going every tournament. We're getting him kind of rolling. So TJ's a special kid.
Yes.
Pete, who is your coach?
Taylor, Coach Taylor.
And I think Taylor.
All right.
And I would say Taylor as a coach had the most passion.
Most enthusiasm, yeah. Taylor, big enthusiasm. Yeah.
Without a doubt, had the most passion for her job. She really wanted Pete to win. She was jumping. We had to at times say, "Coach, sit down. You're in the way." Yeah, we had to almost kick her out. I think you yelled at her once, like, "Sit back." So she really cared about it. She was just in on it, which I loved. Kenney.
I had a don't touch a wire, bro. You're passing it to me like shit, man. Come on, get yourself together. I had Rocco. No, we just
It was the Italian thing, yeah?
yeah, we had the little Paisan connection, and then he's a good-looking guy. I'm a good-looking guy. It just made sense. That's it. We know how to, we like speak the same language. We could nod.
And I'll say Rocco's one of my best friends, but I'm disappointed in Rocco, and I'll continue to be disappointed in Rocco.
Let's go into that.
Should we?
Let's talk about
Is it
it.
time?
Yeah, we got like 30 seconds. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're just
he's great.
I love
I
Rocco so much. You're one of my best friends. He's not going to listen to this anyway, so. But he is.
Bust out.
He went from every day putting work in and just being a legit. I mean, he went from a guy who was terrible. The first time I rolled with him, no offense, Rocco, but terrible. And he got his blue belt from somewhere else. He was just not good. Great guy. You remember
Yes, yeah, really nice guy. Yeah, but not tough when we first rolled.
not good. And then to
Tough, but just not
always tough.
So yeah, tough, but just not great at jiu-jitsu yet.
To a as he trained with us every day since he's the reason why this school exists. So he has that. He will always be very special. He's one of my best friends. And he became a legitimately tough purple belt.
There were a couple tournaments he was really showing up.
Oh my God! I love. I have that sense of pride. I feel very. It makes me feel very special when I see growth and I see people get better. And Rocco was very special to watch. See him go from someone who's just Rocco, that's not very good. Come on, buddy. And then be like, man, you are legitimately tough to deal with, and you can beat guys who go out in tournaments and win. And then he got a girlfriend. That's the story. Which we love. We love her, and which is great. It's awesome. But since that moment, we haven't seen him very much. I think he's trained. If we look at his card, a total of 5 classes since.
And then striking with them when you were.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. He's good. So Rocco, if you can right the ship, it'd be great to have you back. And that's what he was kind of getting out of it. He came back and coached, and then we haven't seen him.
Later, dudes. I'll be back. Catch you on the flip side.
Who's your coach?
So my coach was Sean, and
who has won an award recently, I've heard.
Yeah, he's an award-winning coach.
I don't hate
An
him.
award-winning coach.
One of the best ones out there.
Did you know him well? I think it's from
So,
day class, right?
I actually did not know him at all, but we actually have mutual friends. One of our friends, or one of my friends' brother, actually knows him. His name is Teddy. Right. What's going on here?
Man's wearing your crown.
Yep. Teddy, who's your buddy?
But he's trained here once before.
Oh, yeah?
Went to advanced class, got his ass beat, and then just
And he left.
And he left.
That
He'll
happens.
come back sooner or later.
Was
but
Teddy the one that assaulted you? They got you.
Oh
in
no,
jiu-jitsu?
not that guy. Not that guy.
Reference to his episode for anyone who didn't watch. The reason why he started training is he got jumped by his friend, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever
Yeah,
see that guy
headlock.
again since you trained?
What's up?
You ever see that guy again from the party?
Oh no, we're still friends. I'd beat his ass any day, 100%. He doesn't want the smoke. No, 100%. No, but
He doesn't want to come train? He doesn't want to come train?
oh no, I'll invite him. I'll invite him for sure. But we're just mutuals. Me and Sean, and I didn't even know this, but then he was just he just chose me out of nowhere because I think I didn't have a coach and I didn't know any
And
blue
I'll
belts.
tell you what Sean told me is it had nothing to do with Adrian as a person. He just knew. He's like, I love betting on horses. He said, this is the young kid. It's just a smart horse. He said, and he's like, I don't pick bad horses. Is what he said.
And he didn't pick a bad horse.
Hey,
That's
you-
what he
yeah.
told me.
After the first thing he said,
Right?
after
He's like,
I know how to pick him.
Yeah, I know how to pick him. So he looked at the crop and he just said, "That's the best horse." Just so you guys know why. Not the.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
he was
but-
right.
but- He was right.
Yeah, he's a young horse and he's in the 3rd seed, so he's got good odds.
Yeah.
It's a good.
It's
good
like
bet.
it was
It's
just
good
a smart
bet.
pick.
Yeah.
McAvoy.
Funny story. I didn't have a coach going.
That's right.
The day of, I didn't have a coach. 6 seed, didn't have a coach.
No one wanted.
No one wanted anything to do with me, and I think I just looked at
Just
Dan.
like a normal Irish orphan. No one wanted him.
Irish
No one
coach.
cares.
What's a coach?
No one wanted to coach the Mick, but I looked at Dan. Dan was there.
Doodle Dan. Shout out to Doodle and Dan.
He was an amazing coach.
He's a great coach, and he was so passionate. He
He's
loved it
honestly
too.
one of the
Shout out
nicest
Dan,
guys, and
our
ever
teacher, by the
since
way.
that
And
day,
I'll say good, again, I'm just like talking shit about people and good stuff. Dan has been a very consistent staple here at the school since we started. And he got his purple belt from us recently, not that long ago. He's been training jiu-jitsu for like 20 years because he started as a kid. And he's just like,
just
man,
super
he just
consistent,
loves
right?
it. He was here last night training, and the consistency is so much more important than the intensity.
Yeah.
He's an older guy, and he likes, he trains hard sometimes, then he takes some time off, and then he does just technique.
Knows how to keep himself on the mat.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out
he
to
was
Dan.
a great coach, and he like you said, he was a lot of passion. When I was winning, he was getting pumped. He was kind
Yeah,
of
I
keeping
loved
me
it, dude.
going, and I was getting tired.
He had a great
kept
coach's
pushing
hat
me.
on too. I remember him having like a nice like hat for it.
Yeah, shout out Dan.
Shout out Dan.
Awesome, very cool.
Rage and Ron, do you remember?
Yeah, I don't think I had a coach either because I remember I kept coming in and I think it was written on the board maybe.
Like, who's
I was
gonna
like,
coach?
I was like, who's going to coach me? I was like, you know what I was thinking? I was like, Joey's going to coach me. I was like, Joey's. I was like, either Joey or Kyle's going to coach me, baby.
Well, that's actually the origin of it. Was like I didn't want to be. I didn't want anyone to have like a
favorite.
like I didn't want to coach anyone. I wanted to just watch and not be like invested in anything.
But they need a coach.
But everyone needs a coach, and like the experience of being coached was because remember this whole tournament is to help people become better at competing. So I wanted everyone to get the experience of having a coach. Tell you stuff. Can you listen? Can you hear? And some people have gotten really like Adrian and Kenney. I'll say just because obviously they train. Jay, you do tournaments all the time. You're like designed for coaching. You listen. You're good at coaching yourself. You're good at saying things that people can hear you. But you guys became so good at like listening in match, except for when you got slammed in Vegas and broke your foot.
Kind of broke my foot.
But you guys have gotten Kenny's like me and Kenney in the last tournament. We just sit there. Like, I can have a calm conversation with him while he's training. It's fucking awesome.
You said you wanted to be like the avatar with the
Yeah.
tail.
I said that to you.
We're getting, dude. You're like, just once. I wish I could just tap into someone
Yeah.
like big like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
I've always wanted. Like, imagine you're like, I'm a little frail man. Like maybe I'm like that wheelchair dude, right? In Avatar, and I'm like, I see Kenney. He's this blue monster, and I just want to like touch your tail and put me in, and now I can run wild like Kenney.
Let's not quite put you in the category of the paralyzed guy.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I am that. I'm saying I would like to be that.
I hear ya.
that guy looks. The one guy from Avatar looks like.
Oh shit! Everyone, zoom in on Jay real quick. Have you ever seen Avatar, the first movie? He is Captain
Jay's
whatever.
Jay's the guy from Don't Breathe. Where they break into the dude's house and he's blind.
Yo.
Is it the same dude? I never seen Avatar. Dude, that's Jay.
That's a dark movie.
Jay's blind. Now I got a question here. Now that we're talking about listening and coachability, is there anybody, Joey, that doesn't listen?
Yeah.
On the mat? I'm asking
Ronnie-
for a friend.
Ronnie, just like your friend Sean who sits next to you, I don't say things without having a purpose. There's a reason I brought that up. I wanted you to catch on to that. I hope you realize I don't just say shit to say shit. But you heard it, yeah. So
See, yeah,
yeah.
I'm
But
learning.
I don't want to be an asshole and be like, some people don't listen. But as I was trying to do it a little more discreet. But yes, so to say that out loud now, Ronnie is and this is perfect for your name. That's why
He's
you're
raging.
Raging Ron, dude. When Ronnie did a tournament recently, and we've talked about it in the podcast. It was an awesome. Did you listen to the recap podcast, the last one we did?
Yeah.
You did? So we recapped the tournament, and
Yeah.
everyone's favorite moment was, of course.
I was very disappointed in myself after listening to the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yes, very
Even though
disappointed.
everyone
Oh,
celebrated.
no, that. I'm not talking about after that, but hearing that I was not very well coachable, I was very disappointed in myself.
Well,
Anytime I'm upset is always a disappointment in myself.
Well, don't be disappointed. Well, maybe disappointed is okay to be disappointed as long as it's constructive. But it's nothing to be upset about. It's just the fact that like when someone is in a competitive setting, if you just turn off your brain and you don't actually, like we're doing an art, we're doing a science, we're doing something that like you spend time studying. I would hate for someone to spend all this time and effort to learn something, and then when the time comes to actually use it, just black out. And that's what it felt like for your first couple matches in a tournament where you've already competed a few times. I mean, legitimately, he went completely out. Yeah, I mean, you just closed your eyes and started rolling. But then to see the progress from the last match was great. And everyone's favorite moment. I mean, I lost my voice, and I already didn't have a voice. I was just screaming as loud as I can to you put your hook in. and like you just looking at me like, this leg here? Oh, okay. I can hear you now. It was fun. But so who's your coach?
Yeah. So I didn't have a coach, but then I ended up getting Amy.
Coach Amy.
Yeah. And I had never talked to Amy before
that was your first time
So I
meeting
was like, oh, hey. And her Instagram name is Amy Lizzie.
Yeah.
And so she walks up to me like, oh, hey, Lizzie, how you doing? She's like, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. It's Amy.
Shout out to Amy, one of our women's coaches.
Me and Amy are very close.
Awesome.
Amy keep fighting a good fight down
Amy's
with
the
American
best.
Airlines.
Yeah.
Everybody fly Southwest.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's a thing, but she tried to I think we had like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and I'm like Amy, I've only been training a few months. I don't know anything, man. And she's like, yeah, just try to do this and this. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna go out there and rage.
Let this horse rage.
I got
Good support.
Why don't you sit down real quick and watch this?
Yes. Now take that blue belt off and step back. Watch.
Or just give me some water. I'll be good. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So I loved the coach's atmosphere, and that was a big part when we look at the picture, which I have a giant poster of. You know, I have it like a canvas of it. I don't know what to do with it. It's a really cool picture of all you guys with your coaches lined up after the tournament. It's a really cool picture. I don't know where to put it. We got to figure it out, but. I love the fact that we had the coaches too. I think it was really special.
Right up there above the logo, right up there on the wall.
I think so. Why not?
Maybe above the mirrors.
That'll get some new belts revved up to sign up. They'll be like, oh, I want my picture on the wall like that.
What did this? Yeah, what I
Hey,
have
new
to do?
white belts? Come on.
So, guys, I think we should listen a little bit to this before we do questions. I have some questions from the internet for you guys. But this is the walkout. So we did, we try to make this big. And, of course, I'll put the video into the podcast a little bit. But if you guys want to watch, because this might jog your memory. So I'm going to put the music on. So this is Kyle being the announcer. And we have a smoke machine, a fog machine. This is a high-level production. I mean, we had 80 people in the building, which is the most amount of people we've ever had in this
More
building.
than at a Naga.
Yeah, it's more than Naga. Sneaky Jay. And everyone got to pick their walkout music. You remember that, Jay? I remember that being, I'll say really quick, I remember that being kind of controversial and like difficult. Everyone kept changing their music. Everyone was like, no, I don't want that. And then like by the end of it, like I was like, me and Pete were like to the last moment, like, no, this is cooler. Let's do this one. But yeah, that was tough to pick the music. So Jay, what did you walk out to and why? What'd you pick?
I believe, I know it was Lamb of God. I can't remember what song it was. It might have been, I can't hear anything from it.
Was it like Walk With Me in Hell or something?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Walk With Me in Hell. Something off of the second album.
So Jay stuck to the heavy metal.
Very personality.
Jay jogging out.
Nice little stroll.
This is my favorite.
I messed this one up.
Here it comes. This is my favorite walkout. Actually, there's another one that's actually my favorite.
We got Rocco shaking the Italian flag. Yeah, we got Kenney coming out raising his fists.
Ready to go, dude.
And we got Bowser singing a peach.
Yeah, look at it. That's what you do, bro. That's what you do.
And now booty bout.
I'm singing and shit.
Kenny's singing for him.
I'm a fucking showman. I sold that shit.
The building's
You
full
had
of smoke.
The Polish deli people were coming by because of me. Everybody was here. They ran because of you. We're like, cool. Prodigy? Fuck.
I liked Adrian's music.
That's I like that song.
So I think it's the
Is it Borat?
Lamente.
I just remember Adrian
Awesome music.
Adrian coming out and throwing punches and stuff.
Yeah. I was ready. I didn't even know what was going on, man.
But like Adrian's just a natural. Adrian's just such a natural athlete. Or, you know, I know you work hard, but like you're just an athletic dude. And like watch Adrian just jump. I mean, like this is an athletic kid. Look at just springy kid. Man.
Moving. Sean was
Bunny
so
hop.
happy. Filming his horse. Look at how smoky that room is.
Smoking a blunt. What's going on over there?
Sean Two-Stripe McAvoy.
So yeah, we had.
Yeah, I was gonna do Many Men, 50 Cent, but it would have been
remember that?
too ghetto. You guys would have got shot. So we
I
had
just felt like it didn't match your character, right?
so we changed it up to
Little
Dropkick
does he
Murphys.
know,
Yeah, a
Sean.
little shipping off to Boston.
And I remember like I'm doing the music like with my phone, and I'm like, let's let it play. This is just like the best part.
Next one is my
This is
favorite.
where it gets. This is where it gets real good.
Best one yet. Shout out Amy for supporting him.
For two people that just met each other, they got good chemistry.
We came up with that like 10 seconds before we came through the door.
So this became a strip tease really quick.
There goes the belt.
He's ripping off his pants, whipping people with his belt.
Well, what
Cherry
happened?
pie.
Joey said, "All right, he had us lined up, and he's like, all right, you're all gonna have like a minute."
I was like, enjoy it, embrace it.
Yeah, you're like, go out there, enjoy your moment. You're gonna have like a minute. And I came out and I high-fived and I got on the mat. I'm like, shit, it's been like 8 seconds. I'm like, what am I gonna do? The only thing I could think of was I better start stripping.
That was definitely the best walkout of all.
Best course of action when you don't know what to do. Just strip. Just get
Best for last.
Yeah.
Saving the best for last.
I'm always last. Always.
Look at Taylor just in the corner, all jacked up.
Taylor's giving Pete the shoulder rubs, jacking him up, pumping him on the shoulders. Look at that energy. Yeah.
He walked out like the oldest Greek man I've ever
Does
seen.
he have a blue moon in his hand?
Same thing.
Still hurt from the
Oh,
takedown.
he's already smacking Ronnie.
The old Greek man going to the grocery store walk. I need to buy lamb.
The music was awesome, though. I've got to pick up some feta.
Like he started jogging and then realized like, man, I'm gonna walk.
No laps around the gym right in the line.
5 matches coming up. I need to walk.
If you note too, guys, I don't know if you see this, but he slaps. He gives
Ron
him a
again.
good slap on Ronnie.
Just to pump him up, to set him in his
dominance.
place.
So this was the the intros to this event, and I feel like it really got the crowd going. You know, I could feel the energy. I mean, like, let's just listen to one last thing here. You guys can just hear this on the podcast of the crowd just going wild. Listen to this. Can you guys hear it? I can hear it. Yeah, we can. Yeah, if you listen. Listen to them going crazy for Pete. It's mostly just children screaming for Pete. Let's go, Pete.
And Bob cursing everybody.
I just want to say that the Pete hype died round 2.
So yeah, this is super
I brought a
special.
lot of kids
I got
in.
Jay warming up like an animal over in the corner. So this is a very special video to me. Every once in a while, whenever I'm feeling a little down, I put that on and I just like perk right up. Yeah, it's a great video. So, you know, that's pretty much all the major events that I wanted to cover. We have some questions, but before we do that, is there anything else anyone wants to, like, any memories, any maybe match-related ideas? Is there anything that you remember about the matches that you want to talk about?
He's looking at me. What do you want me to talk about? Me smashing Jay's face
Man,
on the
this
mat
party
like
really
that?
Yeah, so I remember, Pete was the dirtiest fighter of the 6, and every time he was in a match, I would look over and something, whether it was his fist in Jay's face or he's digging his elbows in someone's
Knee in the
thigh,
crotch.
Yeah, and he needs you in the balls.
No, that was with Ronnie, I think.
No, did you see the picture
I
I
need your
sent
balls?
over in the chat? Instead of me going neon belly on you, I went neon balls.
Yeah, neon balls.
Yeah, that's the only reason I lost. I would have gotten first place, dude, if you didn't take the
Jeremy
balls
was
out.
disgusted. He
and
was like,
and it wasn't. Yeah,
Body
you got no points for that one.
I'll tell you one thing I noticed, and everybody who's competed knows this, is there's the nerves when you walk on the mat, and then as soon as you grab somebody, and I think we already talked about it, but it's like, oh shit, this guy's pretty strong. And I felt that from everybody here. Like Pete's got really good stand-up game, and he still does. And when he grabbed my gi, I was like, oh fuck, man. I'm like, this is gonna be tough. Every single person here. Sean is the Mick. He truly lives up to that name, the Mick. He ain't no potato eater though. So that's what I remember, and I just remember my forearms being smoked from grabbing the gi.
Yeah, and this was your first competition, right? First
Yeah,
time
for real, yeah. First time, fighting in front of a crowd and everything.
Yeah, and Ronnie and Jay being the smallest people going against some heavier opponents makes a big difference. Moving around,
Especially in a gi, a little bit of a disadvantage too.
super tough. And I do remember one other thing about like the competition side of it. Being that we have the mat that we have is not a huge mat, so we ended up splitting the mat in threes, and even I think we still kept the punching bags up, didn't we?
They might have been up. Yeah.
I think they were still up. So I mean, like there wasn't a lot of room, which I think had some effect on like the takedowns. At one point, Ronnie, like your famous takedown that you hit on the King, right? Like you just speared him, right? It was a double leg that you just blasted him through the wall.
I don't know. I thought it was a single leg.
Oh, yeah.
It was a double leg. I remember.
Single leg that you changed into a double.
It was a
I'm
bars
known
guard.
for blacking out in matches, so I'll go with what you guys said.
That's true. That was great. So, guys, any other thoughts before I start reading some questions?
I mean, on a serious note, like for 6-year-olds, you guys did amazing. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong.
I was
like,
59 at the time. Okay.
Yeah, don't insult me with 60. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was certainly.
Do you get a percentage of all their social security checks now that you beat them all?
It's
I
all
hope
done.
so. I mean, worst
None
case
of them-
scenario, I beat them out of them. You know.
None of them have retired. They're all still going.
But we will retire before you. And you will be paying into our funds.
And we'll be here every day.
Yeah, we'll be training every day. And you're going to be installing
noon,
thermostats
evening.
somewhere.
Yes.
I'll
So-
let them have this one.
Let's get into this a little bit here. Here's some good questions for Adrian. So I like this one right off the bat. To Adrian, how badly could you still beat the other competitors considering you have a broken foot? If we had to do a rematch, so basically the question would be, in the current state you're in, could you still beat the men sitting among you?
I think I'll go down the line just right here. So,
Oh, God.
Ronnie, sorry. No hard feelings.
Fake news.
But I'm absolutely
Just like the
destroying you. Like, it's not even.
Would you hop around on one foot like
I
you
would.
did in the tournament?
I would do it as like, that's like second nature now. Sean, honestly, mid difficulty. Just because he's strong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, can you blame him? Like, he hasn't been to jiu-jitsu. You
He
know what
has
I mean?
not been training as much as you, that's for sure.
Traveling man.
I'll go down to Jay, right? Jay, I have a weight advantage. Obviously, that's going to play a role. The low difficulty,
Low.
Yeah, low difficulty.
The confidence coming off this kid is amazing.
Hey, you're talking to a blue belt very soon. He's going to get his blue belt soon.
Sure.
Sure.
And then we go down to Pete.
1 foot. Remember, you can't. What are you going to take Pete down? Pete, and I'll say this about your take. It's awesome. I think you said it right. His stand-up's pretty good. So Pete gets slammed, and that's kind of the origin of the story. But now Pete is one of the best, especially in the gi. I think you're really good in the gi. One of the best hand fighters and grip fighters that we have in this group. I mean, Kenney, of course, you're tough. You're hard to move around. But Pete, technically, you're my favorite stand-up grappler in this group, without a doubt. I'll never forget the greatest throw that I've ever seen in person was
Russian
performed.
flu.
Russian.
I lost a match, but the Russian flu.
The Russian flu. I thought he was talking about some new illness. I was like, you got some Russian flu?
Just start crawling away. It's my accent.
Yeah, I got the Russian flu. I was like, he's sick. This was the greatest throw of all time.
And nobody has it on video.
No one? Not even your wife?
No one. She does. She does.
What was she doing? She had the
know.
phone.
I don't know. She was recording the after when I got smashed.
Yeah, when you lost. Like, oh, shit, I forgot to say. It was the greatest throw of all time. He threw this Russian dude So it's funny how good his stand-up's
Yeah.
gotten. So without a foot, you think you can, what, are you going to pull guard?
Obviously, I mean, I have broken foot, but I think realistically it'd probably be mid difficulty. You know,
He's still mid too?
mid difficulty. But
Now a
Kenney,
rematch of the first place. What do you think?
probably not. You know,
You think he'd beat you?
with the broken foot? I mean, I can barely beat him without a broken foot.
Really?
You know what I
Do you
mean?
hear this?
Like,
Good answer.
yeah. I mean, I'm sitting right
Kenny's
next to him. I'm sitting right next to him. You think I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna beat him? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you said some mean things to him earlier.
but
Nice. That's a good question.
All right, let's start the clock. Now we're gonna do it.
And it begins.
let's do it, fuckers.
Take a few more sips of that Jameson, Pete. We need you to do a rematch. I'm on it. Spray your Vagisil. Get to work. Put it on your boot.
Give him a Midol.
He'll be fine. So, that runs into this question, which I love. If our MMA was to run it back, what do you think the outcome would be? Would there be a new king crowned based on your guys' evolution as grapplers?
No.
Kenny would be number one.
Definitely
You
not.
believe so? Hey, how about this though? Like,
I am willing to put money on it.
Oh.
I'm willing to put my life savings on it. Okay, maybe not my life savings. Maybe not.
Man, we might do 2.0, man.
$15.
Hey,
it is.
I think a good question for Sean. Which horse would you bet now? Not
Oh,
this.
Heather
day.
Sean.
Yeah.
Which horse now? Yeah, but
This horse got a bum leg. I mean, this one, the lead horse got a
funny
Give me
as a
3
horse.
weeks.
Yeah.
If you were just so you know, Ken, yeah.
If I was a horse,
If
they'd
your
kill me.
horse- Well, you'd be glue. He'd be in the glue factory with that fucking leg. But
Gave him medicine.
but like what is actually more interesting is to think about you guys individually. Who has grown the most? I mean, as grapplers, obviously, like Ronni and Sean were like the least experienced at the time. To see like how much better have you gotten since a year ago to now? Can you guys think like do you recognize whether you've gotten better or not?
I've gotten better. I would still be number 6. I'll fully
You think
embrace
so?
that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd still be number 6, but I'm working on it.
And then Sean, I know you've had some injuries and stuff, but can you recognize growth from the tournament to now? Like when you're just kind of. I know you've
Definitely.
been in and out.
I
but-
could definitely tell you I know more submissions. I didn't know. Yeah, I was just trying to do collar chokes on Pete for 4 minutes straight.
inside his guard.
Yeah. But
So you're
yeah.
now you feel like you're more
yeah,
knowledgeable.
and I feel like my game plan of just heavy pressure is that's where I like to be. But and then doing that tournament, the one tournament I did.
Oh
ADCC,
man, do you remember how fucking awesome?
That was epic. He cut all that weight, went out there for war.
I will say that Sean, when you competed at ADCC in Chicago, you had one of the coolest showings. Popped his shirt off.
Thank
You remember that, Kenney? I know. I know.
Oh,
Kenny. I know how Kenney feels about shirts off. When you popped your shirt off and you just went to war with a good wrestler and were beating the shit out of him, but then just puked, right?
I gassed out. Yeah, I gassed out, and then I tried to wrestle a wrestler.
I don't know why, but you did. And
A
you
college
did great.
wrestler.
He was a college wrestler, and you took him down. You were working this good wrestler. You never wrestled in your life.
Yeah.
But then I remember, like at one point, I think it was about halfway. When the point,
You can see it on his face,
I
right?
look up at the point. You're like, you got this. You're winning, and then it just
You're
went
like-
down.
and then you were puking by the end of the match, and like
I stormed off and puked. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I remember I just came over to you. You were sitting on the bench, and I could just see the look on your face. And I was like, you puked, right? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I've been there. I've been exactly right there.
that's a man who's after Kyle's heart.
Yeah.
If you work hard enough to puke, you're one of the dogs.
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Anytime someone tells me they're tired, I'm just like, listen.
Have you puked yet? Maybe you should try.
Push yourself till you vomit.
Yeah, you don't know what tired is.
Italian food.
Yeah.
The amount of food we ate the night before.
Oh yeah.
You cut too much weight, right?
Disgusting. Yeah,
It
I
was-
cut a little too much. but-
So you've definitely gotten better, and I really have high hopes for you in terms of just hopefully you're still enjoying jiu-jitsu.
Oh, absolutely.
I know you're dealing with some little back injuries, if you don't mind us saying it.
No, not at all.
Can we talk about the drugs you're on? Or is it,
Peptides? Yeah, I guess. I knew nothing about them.
I don't know. I found them and I gave them to the guy.
Kenny's like, try this and help me.
Yeah, so
peptide.
Sean's taken a BCP 157. It's a peptide that regrows ligaments in people, ligaments and tendons. Definitely off market, FDA unapproved. If you try,
but remember, this is Kenny's BP 7577125.
yeah, so actually it's
no, it's not mine. Nothing's
trend.
mine.
It's
Nothing's mine. It was there.
It was in an open box.
AST
Now it's Sean's.
521.
I found it in his bag.
Possession at one point, and now it's in Sean's possession.
Are you telling me it fell off a truck?
I don't think it was on a truck. It just just has always existed. It's just there.
I'll
and
tell
now
you
it's there.
I'll tell you one thing Kenny knows. It was not in his possession.
Correct.
Ever.
It helped your
point.
shoulder, right? So he's like,
Oh, absolutely. Dude, that was great. And
And
again, it just got there.
somehow
And yeah,
it's
3 weeks. No, peptide. So yeah, no, it's not FDA. So you can't use it. I don't know.
Just saying words and letters. FDA.
You know, the CDC said that COVID will affect
Yeah,
your
exactly. Mosquitoes. It's
Yeah.
like-
It's one of those Russian flus, maybe. I don't know.
I'll have to check back in. Day 3 though, I mean the back's feeling better. You said it's an anti-inflammatory. I mean,
So you're
I
feeling
feel-
pretty good?
I don't know if it's just I had good days, bad days.
Is there a chance that this back injury's origin was from the tournament?
No.
Okay.
No, I've had back issues from high school football since I was 18.
I wanted you to blame Pete or something. I don't know. So, Adrian, from the tournament to now, any thoughts about your growth as an athlete, as a jiu-jitsu practitioner?
I think I've, humbly bragging, but like I think I've actually become like really good, and in the sense of like a white belt like level. But I think when I first started it, I didn't really think that I'd be any good. I thought I was going to be complete ass, but you're a good coach. You know how to teach, and you teach very well. And I think that's what really helped my growth is also your support. So, yeah.
Yeah, Adrian's a very special athlete. He's someone who, anytime we take him to a tournament, I just know it's going to be like an epic war.
It's gonna go well.
He's done some crazy tournaments, and it's especially because of his weight, the size he's at, he gets these massive brackets, and he still just fucking crushes it. Very impressive. To go from the in-house champ to like the worldwide champ is pretty neat. Homegrown, baby. Kenny, any thoughts on your growth since the white belt bash to now? Can you pinpoint anything? Can you think about like?
Oh, yeah, that was fucking almost a year ago, dude. It was lots changed since then. Well, since the tournament, it's been a year, just under a year. Yeah, we've learned a lot of stuff since then.
That was funny.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this, man. I'm not one to talk shit at all. So, no, I'm learning some things.
I don't want to talk shit, but Adrian can get it. You better hope that foot don't heal up quick.
You guys know me. I have no ego, none of that bullshit. I don't know. That's it. No, we're working hard in here, man. We train several days a week. MMA sparring.
Yeah,
rolling hard tonight.
Kenny's got a special place here at the school. And you've helped me. You're one of the biggest proponents of our sparring sessions and our MMA growth. You're big into the kids striking.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you've also branched
Yeah.
out of just jiu-jitsu, but you're a great competitor too. Anytime you go to a tournament, you've taken first place in a lot of big tournaments.
Yeah. I'm showing up to. You know what? I show up to those things and win.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
if
you only lost that first one, right? Have you ever
Yeah,
lost after
no,
that?
I haven't lost since
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
I haven't lost a match since then.
That a boy.
Yeah, Kenny's
Yeah.
a killer. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, no,
Love-
I go there like, no, I was telling these guys, like, mindset, it would be hard to get in it with you guys again at all, like in a competitive nature like that. I can't really, the stranger, it's like who the fuck do you think you are to sign up for this bracket? I'll keep it real. That's my mentality.
I'll tell you. You remember the last? You remember the Fuji tournament?
Yes.
I mean, if he ever listens to it, I like the kid. He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
But this is exactly my mindset when the referee says, "I'll do it with you."
Yeah.
I want to
Like,
face
how
you.
dare you?
Yeah, it's a respectful, disrespectful moment.
Right.
I feel disrespected when someone says they can beat me,
Absolutely. That's how it's got to be. Now, like, again.
and everyone's like, I remember 40. 40. I know you're gonna listen to this, but when I said that to him when he was cutting my hair, he's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, no, it's nice. Like the kid's nice, and it's like,
fuck.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying he's not a nice guy and that I don't like him. I just know from I am a competitor, and if someone is gonna jump off, you think, you're seeing me just walk around coaching all day, and you're gonna jump up and be like, I'm gonna face, I want to, and he's like, let's go do it. Come on, let's go. And he's like messing around. I'm insulted.
We're not training fucking knitting and sewing here. We're training in fucking combat.
So when I
We're
went and
training-
did
we're
when I did that
fighting.
match,
We're-
I was
we're
going
grabbing.
for it.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
if you walked up to like some NASCAR guy and you were like, "Hey, can I try to race you?"
Yeah, I
They
think I'll
get
do all
mad.
right. I think I'll do
What the
good.
fuck? You know, yeah, fucking
they
smoke
get
you
mad.
on
Hell
purpose. Yeah,
you want to, you think, dude, I've been doing this my whole life or whatever, or this is all I do. You want to race me, punk? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So I love that
hell, I'm
mindset.
disgusted. Yeah, that is my mindset. Again, can't really get into, even back then, can't really get into that with you guys because I like you guys. You guys are my friends. I didn't like going face to face with Jay at all. I was like,
It scared you? You think it was?
No, hell no, it didn't scare me. I just didn't feel right.
You felt, I mean, I got
not like
Jay,
you're
Jay's
not
got
a-
some it
Not
was
that
a
you're
scary
not a
face.
threat, not in that way. I just didn't like. I'm standing across from someone that I really care about and respect. I'm like,
And Jay was like a
even
dog,
like we're
man.
trying to do the angry face, like, dude, this is fucking weird, man. I don't like this shit, man.
I think Jay had the scariest fucking face off.
Yeah, he's
his
fucking
eyes were just
intimidating.
like.
He's a fucking Wolverine. Look at him. Jay's you're an intimidating looking guy, man. People cross streets.
You know, people were really scared of him in Avatar. He was a terrifying fucking person.
I still have nightmares.
Hey, if you can scare big blue aliens, I mean, hey, you're gonna scare your average human.
Panos.
So Pete, any words about your growth since the tournament to now?
Yes.
It could be a technical thing, it could be a mental thing, whatever.
Yeah, like what has caused this this stunt in your growth? The fact that you haven't grown at all.
It's definitely the Russian flu he can't get rid of.
The Russian flu got it.
The guy smashed me after that. So it's still,
You've had your troubles, but man, you're one of those guys like you lose a match, but it's still like you heel hook someone, you lose a match. Like you get disqualified, and
So there goes my growth. I can heel hook anybody. You know? So I love it.
he's become like you so much.
You do very well. You have like, I don't think I've ever seen a match where you went out there and didn't have a
moment.
good moment.
Yeah.
You always have your moments in the match. You might not always win them, but you have.
I mean, that goes back into for my growth. I mean, yeah, I think my growth has been phenomenal since the last year. I see it on the mat, you know. And one thing that I have to tell that to Ronni too, like, oh, you know, he gets whatever he says about himself. I would still be 6. Who gives a fuck? You know, like you roll with us, you hear, we listen to your advice, you know, we advise from other people. But at the end of the day, personally, me, when I walk out of the door, if I'm happy with myself, I really don't give a shit. You know, like you guys on the mat, I listen, you advice and everything, what I need to work. But if I rolled with Pete a year and a half ago with myself, I would kill the guy. I would kill that guy.
That's
So
all that matters.
I feel good. I feel awesome. I still have a lot to learn, but I think this is an amazing sport for any person to do at any age, you know, because you can learn. You can keep learning. I think I'm consistent. I come here. I love it. But, you know, other people grow faster. Other people grow slower. And one thing is that at the tournament, I black out too. I don't hear you guys. I don't. And I think that what you guys need to do is start being mean to me. Fuck you, Pete.
And you start listening.
5-0, Pete, you suck. And then maybe, you know, I'm like, oh, the tension starts. You know, maybe you have to coach me like that, you know. But,
I'm in.
and oh, Pete, you suck. The fuck are you doing, Pete?
All the referees are gonna be like, "What's
but,
going
yeah,
on
Listen,
there?"
if they let me do that, yeah,
But-
we get kicked out of a tournament for saying, you stupid fucking.
What I tell you? Hey, are you talking to your guy? Yeah. And you see Pete start moving. You know, but
Your kids are embarrassed.
But yeah, that's good. I want that. I really want that. I think 40,
Firing him up
40
right now.
was calling me Malaka during the one.
Malaka,
and
Malaka,
I
Malaka.
think that was the moment when I flipped the guy over. I'm like, yeah, 40, I got you. I love you, 40. But yeah, I think I've learned so many things, you know. And I mean, when I started, remember, I couldn't even finish the drilling. I couldn't even
You were
finish.
too tired, right?
I've been like, I got to stay out for a little bit, and now I come to the open man, 2 hours. You know, I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing growth.
So
You're a great student too. You like learning. I can tell. You come to class. You'll come skip work for a little bit.
no, it doesn't
happen.
work at all.
I mean, no, never mind.
That's not true.
He gets approved time off.
He gets approved time off to learn.
The hardest worker.
Some vendor visits that I have to stop by and say hello to everybody.
Approved vendors.
But again, I want to say it out there to all the dads. To all the dads like us, like I do it for my kids mostly. Like even at the tournaments, I think I give 80% to my kids' matches and games, and I go at it. You know, I'm like, I want them to kind of like, I prefer them to win and enjoy it than me. You know.
Yeah, and shout out to the dads like Kenney too. Same thing. Kenney just wiped his tears with a Tampax. Is it what?
I had to be serious for once.
No, I love that. That was great, man.
This is what happens, you know. So
You gonna get sensitive about it?
fuck you, bro.
If you're gonna get sensitive, we'll spray you down. All right? Calm down.
Oh, one last thing I want to say is when that leg heals up, I'm gonna heel hook the fuck out of it, and he's gonna put the cast back on. So that's it.
We'll call it the Greek lock.
How did you call me last time?
The Greek hooker.
Oh, the Greek.
That's a good one.
Dirty Greek hooker.
Dirty Greek hooker. I love it. So Jay, any notes on your progress from a year ago to now, or from the white belt bash to now?
Yeah, I mean, mentally, I think my game has gotten a lot better of understanding like position and just how to move and how to stay consistent on the mat. So, but the same thing that Pete was saying, like the Jay I was at the white belt bash, I would destroy that kid. Old man. The 60-year-old man, 61, so wise now. Yeah, I mean, like the teaching some classes and just working with these guys day in and day out. I know I've gotten a lot better, and like all that hard work.
Yeah,
and
Jay's a
classes.
huge part of the school. He, he's here every day. I mean, you train about 6-7 days a week. I mean,
Yeah, 7 days
you
a
know, if
week.
it comes to
sometimes
Sunday, you
twice a
come in
day.
on Sunday.
Mhm.
And Jay's phenomenal student and loves to be a part of it. And he's a teacher at heart, when it comes to baseball
Yep.
and physical fitness. So he's loving it.
Just for oh, he's Pete's
Kenny's
asking
crying.
Kenney if he wants to get emotional as well.
So it's great to hear this from everyone here that there's a noted progress in the last year. Because the way that you said that, Pete, to just hear
What do you think about the progress? You have to.
yeah, I mean, this is to me, I kind of try to do it with everyone when you guys said it, and noting everyone's growth, and we talked about Sean, like little injuries and stuff, and I just really I would love for you to feel like you can train as hard as you want to, and not feel like you're
missing
limited.
The, advanced
Yeah,
classes.
you're just not able to roll as much as
So
you.
there was a point where I think older Sean, like previous Sean, would kick my ass right now, obviously, because I
you
haven't
hurt
been
them.
on the mat as much, and
Yeah.
but
It's but it's like so more than even about like the skill level or like how would you beat this guy or that guy, none of that matters, but at the end of the day, like jiu-jitsu is just a vehicle for you to enjoy your life more. And if you're in pain by doing jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
it's not improving your life. So there's nothing wrong for anyone who trains who's like dealing with injuries. But how can you just like Adrian dealing with a broken foot, he's still involved in train. He still wants to be involved, still wants to learn.
Still letting jiu-jitsu improve his life.
Yeah. So there's just hopefully everyone who has to deal with injuries and can look at setbacks as a way of pushing you forward. If you like jiu-jitsu, don't stop learning. Even go study videos, watch stuff, whatever you need to do.
Of course.
In those days when you can't train because you have an injury or anything. But yeah, we just got to keep you healthy, man. Every time I see him, it's the first thing I think of. I was like, what can we do? What can we do to help Sean out? But yeah, all you guys, man, it's cool to see. Like Ronni, of course. Ronnie's very consistent. You're training hard. I really want Ronni too to. I want you to get rid of the rage in Ron. Imagine if we overgrown that and we became intellectual Ron. We became flowing Ron.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got?
That's why I signed up
I'm
for
trying to come up with a good R word here. Yeah.
The only R word that Kyle uses is
ratio round. Yeah. I know where you're going with it. Yeah.
Kyle's favorite R word is.
Yeah.
Rape and run? Is that where we're going with this?
I was thinking more.
I mean,
We're
there's
talking more about your mental state.
there's a lot of sexual tension
Yeah.
here between me. But wait, what's the R word?
Racist,
Retarded?
Ron.
Racist, Ron?
Retarded.
Retarded. Is that really how bad I am on the? Oh, Jesus,
It's the only R word I know.
Just when I say R word, I just know Kyle's thinking retarded.
Oh, I thought you were
I just
going-
got it yelled at me over and over again my entire childhood. I mean, it just rings in my ear all day. Yeah.
Who said that? But
Maybe
that's
it's
my
God talking to me.
That's my goal for you, and I think I want you to embrace that idea that you don't always have to just be tougher.
That's my goal as well.
Yeah, I want you to feel like you have answers to problems, because here's the reality: is you're not the biggest dude. You're not Kenney. You don't have the just like I don't. So I feel for you. I don't want you to feel like you just need to just bust out of this. It doesn't work. Sorry, those answers don't work. But there are answers to like physical problems when it comes to fighting, and those answers don't come easy. You have to actually like try.
But it is a good problem. I mean, it's a positive problem to have that we've talked about. Is we can't teach people to have rage. To have that.
Oh, you got a fight in you. Yeah, you have no quit. You have, and that's why I love too. When you were a little upset with yourself when you said that at the last tournament, but then you also said to me that like I was like, so were you thinking about quitting and not doing the last match? You're like, no, fuck no.
I think what I said was you'd have to take me off the mat in a bucket.
Yeah, I love that. So like just having that legitimate fight in you is obviously
big,
huge. No one can teach that to you.
Someone's breaking into the building.
Someone's breaking in the building to get in on this conversation.
It's gonna be pretty bad for you.
I couldn't see it.
What? Yeah, that's something else. Oh God. So it's we got a few more questions. I know it's getting late, but yeah, all you guys, man, I'm super proud. Kyle, do you have anything to say about their growth?
No, I mean, super impressed with all you guys. I mean, just the difference now from rolling with you guys in the beginning and rolling with you now is just super impressed with everybody. Really, and genuinely mean that. So very impressed. What else we got here, Joe?
Sergio asked, whoever was the first matchup, what was your mindset going into it? Mindset going into the tournament, I guess. I mean, we kind of addressed that a little bit. I think, but we can piggyback into that.
I would say for me, from hearing you guys talk about it now, I mean, so if I look back at it now, if I was Adrian's age at the time and that would have happened when I started, like I would have probably taken it the same seriousness. But then like I remember like coming over here to do the tournament and stuff, and then now hearing you guys talk about it, the how serious you guys took it was almost kind of like funny to me. Like that was like you guys really wanted to win, and like I would have just kind of I would looked at it as like if I like went to the park to play basketball with my friends. Like I've always been the type of person that like like I'll like almost be okay losing because like we're just
everyone have fun.
Yeah, we're playing a game. Let's just all just have a good time. But you guys,
but I don't think you appreciate what's on the line.
Yeah, that was just made it awesome. Yeah,
like
it was
forever, big. Adrian now can be this asshole. Think about how much of an asshole he is. Like everyone was being so nice when we did our 2-minute little thing.
I'm the champ,
and he's like, "This old man, like that's what was on the line." Imagine, so just imagine in a parallel universe, which I love parallel universe conversations, where Kenney won. Kenney beat you. How things would be so different. Would Kenney be an asshole? Would Kenney be like this?
It would be boring.
And you'd be like, oh, Kenny's so good. So
Adrian would have quit.
Like who knows? Yeah, Kenney. Yeah, Adrian quits. He never trades again.
That would be
who
weird.
knows? It's like
he went to. Oh, dude, he does taekwondo instead. I'm out of here. He's just kicking
this shit's
shit.
fake.
Just kick, dude. That would be fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's just it's funny when I think about it. It really could not have been more perfect. You couldn't write the stuff. It was perfectly written.
Never mind.
He would have written it different. So a couple more little things I think are pretty funny. This is a good, just regular question if anyone wants to ask it or answer it. If you have a favorite training partner, who is it and why? Who is your least favorite to train with? And let's do that among the group. So who is your favorite person to train with in this group of 6? And who is your least favorite to train with? Yeah, within this group of 6. Jay, you got a favorite and a least favorite person to roll or train with?
My least favorite has got to be Sean because he's never fucking here.
Easy answer. Sorry, Sean. Yeah.
Fuck, 2-stripe Shawnee.
2-stripe Sean forever.
Get him. No. Don't let him get away with that.
It's valid.
It's valid.
But I think just because like Ronni and I have a very similar skill set, we're about the same size, same age. I think we have.
All right, take it easy with the same skill set.
we have very good roles.
Ron's he's very upset that you're saying that because Ron's so good.
That's definitely not it.
He's insulted that you think we're equals.
there's no way. He's so much better. But no, I think you and I, we have really good hand fighting rounds. Anytime like we're going around the room, I always,
Try to grab Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm always looking for Ronnie. Where's he at? Where's he at? I really like rolling.
I'm always looking for Ronnie too. I can't find him. I'm like, where the fuck's Ronnie?
But-
Oh, there he is.
But I gotta say though, Kenney, like being a bigger guy going against somebody my size, your control that you have is phenomenal. So it's always a fun roll with you. I always get really good rolls out. Get to play around a little bit, and you kind of let me go a little bit harder too sometimes. And you're nice enough not to just fucking launch me. So like I always love rolling with you too.
It's sparring too in MMA, right? That was good. I thought that was like real good work that we had. I got a kick out of that, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love sparring with Kenney.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun sparring with you. But yeah, even rolling too. I mean, like just being able to go back and forth, letting me, playing bottom, letting me pass the guard, working on that. It's helped my game a lot.
Pete, who's your fave? Who's your least fave?
My favorite is Kenney. I mean, we talked before we come here. Too kind of like who's leaving? Wait for me. don't you dare go with somebody else.
I was gonna say, does anyone do that? Do you guys do that when you come in?
I do
Are you
it.
like, hey, will you be my partner?
Sometimes I get jealous if Ronnie's
Goes with
my
someone else?
favorite partner. We're jumping the gun here.
Yeah, go ahead. So Ronnie's
If
your
he
favorite.
cheats on me, yeah.
Do you feel like a scorned lover? Like,
There's a lot of sexual tension.
The tension made it over to this side of the room.
I feel it. It's on my right shoulder.
Yeah, I love rolling with Kenney. A lot of people are scared of Kenney, of his size.
He's a gentle giant, man.
He's an awesome partner to roll with. So, I don't know, maybe he doesn't agree with me, but I love rolling with Kenney. Actually, it's the best time of the day away from your family. Is rolling
Roll with this grown man.
Yes, I love it.
Who's your least favorite?
Least favorite is Adrian. We used to roll together in the morning classes. We did a lot of classes together, but a couple of times we rolled together. There were some moves I did that I injured him by mistake. So he's a little younger. He's more fast. He's in a different level. So I think he needs to find his, people that are fast like him and in his own level. And I get to stick with the 60-year-olds.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna lose a rib, like Adam.
I don't give a shit, bro. I'm from the Balkans. Bro.
Favorite, least favorite, Kenney?
So favorite, dude, I gotta say, man, everybody's got different offers different stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can't really just point a finger on it all around. I will say that me and the Greek lately, we partner up for curriculum classes, and I really like because the Greek's very he's zoned in on the drills, so it's nice to partner up with him. But he could be a dumb fuck like me sometimes, and then I come through, right? Lately I've been coming through. Historically, I was the stupid ass, and then kind of lately, you've been a little bit wait, bro, do I grab a D? And I'm like, nah, man, put your fucking leg forward. I've been all over it, man.
Well, you've really stepped up, Kenney. That's funny that you say I'm a dumb fuck, but you're
my learning has gotten better, dude.
And do you think it's because of the kids' classes?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Well, that
Pete
shit
learns
helped
a lot.
my game overall, dude, because it's a little more simplified. You know what I mean? Dude,
I use a lot of choo-choo analogies.
I come here. Hold on. Well, look. I come here at fucking 5 o'clock with the kids, right? So 5 to 6 with them, and then 6 to 7 I do the curriculum class, and then 7 to 8 I roll. I get up at fucking 3:45 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's 11:11 right now.
I know, you're
I'm
dead.
getting up at 3:45 tomorrow morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
So it's a long day. But the kids class, and then when the stuff carries over from the kids to the adults, dude, that's I'm like, fuck yeah. Jeremy's like, oh man, you really got that knee down, man.
Yeah, I was doing it earlier.
Dude, he's like, yeah, I'm having a hard time stepping my knee. Normally, I'm like, oh no, dude, just go like this because we do it with the kids all the time. Dude.
That's awesome.
Stick your foot forward, that knee down, and just grab it, jam the head in, and I'm like, fuck yeah. So, dude, yeah, it's helped out big time.
I think it says a lot about jiu-jitsu.
Sometimes we talk to each other and we're at the kids class. Oh, sometimes when we're at the kids class together helping, and you do a very nice move and you break it down, I'm like, why doesn't he do the same thing with the adults?
That's how awesome it is.
Why doesn't he break it
It's
down?
like we're breaking it down simple, and the only people who get it are the 2 assisting parents, and all the kids are kind of just staring there drooling.
We learn a lot from kids' classes.
No,
man.
Pete's, Pete's going like, why doesn't he use the marshmallow analogy again? I really liked when he was talking about the fluffy sky clouds, and then
the analogies are always like something stupid.
Another thing too. I just think it's been some time now, so just learning more. I think it's making me a better helper too for the kids because
Now you know what you're doing.
Instead of just kind of being a body, like, hey, stop pushing each other. Work. Like now I'm like, hey,
you want to be able to help them with the moves.
Yeah, pull him down, grab his ankle. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually helping him. And
Can you answer the fucking question? Yeah.
all right, I'll run through it. I like working. No, I'm gonna run through everybody. I like working like guard passing and stuff like that with Jay. I like lately with Panos. I like working the hand fighting. He's very tough. He's very aggressive. I also like just working overall scraps and just wrestle ups with Panos too, because he's challenging himself to do that, and he's been doing a good job. Adrian, dude, I haven't really been able to make open mat. We haven't really rolled, dude. And I never end up with you. I know you've been hurt and stuff too.
That hurts his feelings.
So, yeah, there's been a few times.
I don't know, man. And from hearing that, I think it might be Adrian. I think he doesn't want to give his crown up.
Do you think Adrian's
He might
ducking
be
you?
avoiding you. Yeah,
I have not been
he
ducking.
might be
him
ducking
at
the rematch. Yeah,
That's possible though, like subconsciously.
all. Listen, when I get back, first match, first partner, Kenney. Just
On a Friday,
on a Friday.
because it's only real if it's on a Friday.
That's fine. No,
That'll be-
Friday, Saturday,
Did you hear that, Kenny?
Monday. I don't care.
On a Friday night, if we put
That's a
those
rough
two together,
Friday.
I would like to see. Because remember, you're going to be in bad positions.
I don't care. I'm all for it.
let me tell you, I would like to do an hour straight with Kenny in bad
I would not
positions.
want to
That'd be
do
a
an
bad
hour
day.
straight with Kenny.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, as a black belt, I would hate to have an hour of the competition class with Kenny. It's gonna be tough.
it's on the books.
Listen,
It's all about mentality.
It's on the
Joey,
books.
We're gonna set it up.
but what do you gain out of that?
I mean, you gain the
just
crown.
getting that off first back.
First
Even
match back.
just anyone like turning it into an ego thing. What do you get out of it? Really?
Sleep at night.
I'm gonna sleep great tonight. And Kyle smashed the shit out of me.
We had fun. That was fun. That was good.
No, I'm playing. Nah, I roll with you anytime. Hey, we used to have great rolls. Yeah. I think a little bit was not the open mat. I did. I was getting some triangles on you, right?
The whole triangle, like
Yeah.
like submission.
Yeah.
Like I think that like we really like we were partners.
Yeah,
for
we
most
were
of the
working
tournament.
real hard
Yeah.
doing all that, and then
We really got into like a good flow.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. We did.
Exchanging.
We did a lot of good work then.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, remember that one. Yeah, we were hitting those reverses on each other too. Remember that?
I'm gonna cut you off. All right, Adrian. I don't want to hear. I know.
We're all
I don't
falling
want to hear about
asleep.
your reversals.
You went Kimura back there on my triangle, and then I went like Suda.
Hey, you remember that time? Yeah, we used to do the triangles together, you and I, right?
What did you get from Jimmy?
Oh, that
John's?
was great. Favorite partners? Least favorite person? It could be to roll, or it could be to train with. Who do you partner up with? I don't even know.
These guys avoid me all the time.
Orion.
Orion.
yes.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Big
say
negative.
shout out to Orion.
Orion's a
Shout
man.
out to Dan. You two,
Dan, too.
my ride or dies, because these fuckers don't ever partner with me. And I don't know if it's because I'm too good.
Can we skip
No,
to
no,
me,
it's fine.
Joey? Because I got something to say about that.
Please.
No. But essentially, my least favorite is Ron. And it's not like a bad thing, but in competition, he's a total wild card, and it's a good thing.
You think he's gonna hurt you?
No. He's so random and so like weird that like he's almost so good, you know, like it's so,
like dangerous.
Like, oh
you're
my
saying.
god! Like, what is he doing? Like, he's so unpredictable. Like, maybe the whole time he's thinking, he's just like, oh, I put my head here, put my head there. Just like grab his ass. Like,
Ronnie's my favorite hand fighting round.
Roddy's
Yeah,
rough.
Ronnie's my favorite hand fighting round.
together.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
That was heavy.
That's a major compliment. Thank you.
There you go, my friend. Yep.
Appreciate you.
So Ronnie, what do you have to say?
Well, we don't have to skip. We can
No,
keep
go
Sean.
for it.
Okay, so I'll go through all my boys here. But I will say Orion, Sergio, Jeremiah. Those are my
Shout
heavy
out to your
hitters.
boys.
I love those guys.
Shout out.
Orion he's a killer. I I play second fiddle to his Matt husband.
His
work wife over here.
Which is, it's, you know what's so funny, Orion? If you or your dad would listen to this, it's like, so you break your foot and you're in a boot. The next day, like maybe like a week after that,
with a hammer.
He sends me a photo of Orion's in a boot. I'm like, what the hell happened? He's like,
'cause he don't
airsoft
like
tournament, rolled his ankle real bad.
Because he was missing his work wife, man.
So like the same thing.
He literally crawled in the corner of a bunker and hammered his foot right in the
my
same
boy.
photo.
So like him and Orion, you and Orion are just like best buddies.
Yeah. Actually,
I
what
love
I
it. And I
think-
love it. I think it's really cute. You know, it's adorable.
I mean,
it's kind of like 20 years from now, you guys will be those two.
Exactly.
You'll be Kenny and Pete just like hanging out.
Orion
How's the
is
kids?
definitely Pete. Orion is 100% Pete. I'm
sure.
Kenny. I'm Kenny for sure. 100%.
That's
I
funny.
think what happened is Adrian has Orion locked up in his basement, like in Misery, and he smashed the foot with a sledgehammer. You were over nobody but your boy.
Wait, are you calling him Kathy Bates?
Yep. You're Kathy Bates.
He's definitely never seen the movie.
Have you
seen it?
ever heard of the Stockholm syndrome?
Stockholm
Yes.
syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. But that's essentially what's happening here, you know.
He's falling in love with you?
You ever heard of stockade syndrome?
You ever heard of Russian flu?
You never heard of the Russian flu?
So that one's starting to go around now. It's coming. It's popping up for people.
It goes like this.
Okay, so I'll start right here with my boy. Two Stripes Shawnee, the Mick, whatever you want to call him. When he's on the mat, I call him best ass in the gi, Shawnee, because the module we did where we were shelving the leg, and then you could scoop the leg and grab the gi pant.
wait, hold on.
Okay, all right, so we went from body locks, body lock, shelf the leg.
Passing, you're saying. Okay,
Passing.
gotcha.
Shelf the leg.
Yes.
You can
The
grab the
2-on-1.
leg and grab the gi pants.
Okay.
Me and Sean accidentally grabbed each other's asses so many times. We laughed so
Wait, when you say
hysterically.
accidentally, what do you mean?
Not accidentally. When I say accidentally, I'm just trying to save my straightness face for everybody. I'm not.
You don't
me
need-
and Sean are
yeah.
two homosexuals on the mat. But,
Anyone who trains jiu-jitsu is gay.
fully.
Or is in denial.
And I'm not speaking for myself.
And I mean that with love. It's like, we all
Me
love
and
each
Sean
other.
have
With
a
big-
ton of fun. We laugh our asses off. We always talk.
Don't laugh it all the way off. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, don't lose it all. I'll say I've been getting a lot of hand fighting rounds with my boy Kyle here.
Very fun.
Fantastic.
Very
I
fun.
love it. And it's always nice to get a compliment from a black belt, man. So
You do awesome. Yeah, really
appreciate
good.
that. Thank you. Joey, I haven't had many rounds with lately. And let me get to my boy Adrian here. True story. I remember when Adrian started here. He was just a young, humble white belt, just like the rest of us. He was like,
Look at him
scared little
now.
kid.
What happened?
And then he got the crown. True story. At, I believe, a comp class or an advanced class. I was like, oh, there's my boy Adrian. We've been friends since day one. I said, hey, man, you want to roll? And he went, nah, man. I'm like, what? He's like, I got to go with the upper belts. I'm like, oh, okay, motherfucker. I get
have
it.
a recollection
That
of
is
this.
a 1,000% true
Wow.
story, people.
I remember saying this.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
false
I said,
news.
hey, man, you want to roll, bro?
Ron won't lie.
I don't lie, baby. I don't lie.
His nose will grow. He doesn't lie.
I don't lie. Look, and this thing can't grow no more.
You don't lie.
True story. I would love to roll with Adrian.
The Greek.
What's the wire?
Don't touch it.
Don't fucking
Don't
disrespect
fucking
me.
touch that fucking.
Don't threaten me. Say what you gotta say, dude.
To who?
About the.
You grab the wire.
This is an interview, Borat. Come on.
What were you saying?
Borat.
About the comp class?
What about it?
Keep going.
No.
Why did you take the mic?
Ron, wait, hold on.
What
Let
happened?
me answer your question, Ron.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I think, and this is my theory, I don't remember this, but I'm thinking that Justin Pete, he said, you want to roll with me? And usually when he says that, it's not really a choice. So I was just like, yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Okay,
And
now that's your story.
Okay.
That's his story. Let me tell you what I remember happened.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Ron asked you to roll, and you said no. And then as you walked away, you were like, number 6 asked a number 1 to roll.
What a douche.
No way. What does he think? He's on my level?
Yeah. Kyle, I'm glad. Obviously, Kyle was there. He was there for the whole thing.
I'm a first seed man.
Yeah, number
all
one.
flex news.
He's like, ew, gross. He's like, are you, who the fuck? Are you
And
talking
also,
to me?
don't touch me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't breathe on me.
Stay
Number
on
6.
that end of the mat. I don't want your sweat intermingling with mine.
Yeah. With your 6 seed sweat.
On to my boy Kent. What?
Tell them about our thing.
Louder.
You're gonna tell them about
No,
our
I'm going
thing?
to talk about how Kenny is.
our
Kenny's
thing?
huge, and Kenny could absolutely crush me into 10 different fucking pieces. But he is a great role because he lets you work through stuff, but he also doesn't go easy on you, man.
Well, I'll tell you, that's why Kenny's getting good, is because he'll actually work with people
Yeah, he's a good.
versus
He's a great
just
role.
trying not to.
I love my boy Pete because Pete has a memory I wish I had. He teaches me stuff as we go. And he's like, fucking bro, what do you do? Go to fucking S-Mount, bro. So
going, bro.
I love rolling with Pete because Pete helps me remember stuff because I forget a lot of things. And then to end it all off, I'll say this. Jay is he's my bar that I set myself to. Of course, you guys, but white belt wise, you know, as much as we talk, as much as we talk shit and everything, I set my bar at Jay because Jay is just, I don't know, man. He's just a natural dude. And,
What's your thing now? I'm
you know.
really into learning what's your thing with you and Ron.
Kenny, what's your thing between you and Ron?
Is it gay? Is
You
it
said, like,
homosexual?
just, what's your thing?
Is it homosexual?
You have a thing.
I need to know.
It's all right.
You
Let's
gotta
move
get
on.
us there. Nope,
You
you let
can't
it, you
say
let it
that
out,
shit.
Kenny.
you okay? You brought it up, bro.
I'm telling you,
I was going to keep it between us as
I
our
only,
little
have
sexual
one,
tension.
I only have one rule with the podcast. If you say there's a thing, you gotta explain what the thing is.
All right. I smack his ears. I smack his ears too.
He's the fucking. He's the ear attacker.
Smack his ears.
Good night.
I club the shit out of these guys' ears. They're pretty much almost paying me to do it. At this
He's
point.
he's an ear attacker. He goes right for
And
the
this
ears.
is based on the concept that they want cauliflower.
I don't
during
know,
high-
man. It could be there.
I can't wait.
They're
he
getting
said.
it, dude. Just clubbing them.
I mean, well, if we look at everyone in the room, who looks the toughest when it comes to grappling? There's only one answer to this question, by the way.
Wait, out of us or?
Out of this group right here, if you were, and I'm talking about even with me and Kyle, who looks like the greatest college wrestler of all time?
Sweet Jay.
Zoom in on Jay's
Who
ear if you
is
get a
Jay
chance.
Pride?
Jay, can you talk about the experience? Did you have that cauliflower when the tournament happened? Can you hand that to him? Did you have that
No,
cauliflower?
I didn't have it at that time.
Look at that cauliflower.
It was shit. I don't even. No,
I mean,
it's
both your ears,
both
too.
ears now,
It's
yeah.
glorious,
you are
man.
fucking. You have
And-
the greatest cauliflower.
he's got some
And
epic
right now,
cauliflower.
this little spot right here has been bugging me, so it's hard to lay down on this ear. It's been recently giving me some trouble.
Any secrets to anyone who wants cauliflower? How'd you do it?
Just don't tap.
Don't tap in the headlock.
when you're getting choked in the headlock, just accept it and try to pull your head out because that's what I usually do. I was really bad at that, and that was point. And where did I get the silver? Was that Florida?
That was in
Where I got caught in the
Florida.
guillotine.
Orlando.
Because what I would always do, I would just grab their hands and then just try to slowly pull my head out.
And rip
instead
your
of-
ears off your
Yes,
body.
So I think that's what happened with these glorious ears that I now cherish.
I love them.
I love them.
So
They're fantastic,
You have two
man.
choices. You can either go the J route, or you can continue to pay Kenny to slap your ears while you roll.
I pay Kenny
the
in
J
BPC
route.
157 peptides.
That's a good route. Well, we got to go, Sean.
Shawnee.
Sean, last one.
All right, Ronnie, you know.
Peptides.
Maybe they'll make the cauliflower go away.
Yeah.
You shoot a
I gotta stop
peptide into
taking
your
it.
ear.
Don't take them.
Sean, any last thoughts about your favorite partners?
Favorite partner has got to be, well, I'll go through everyone like everyone did, but Ron. Ron's my jiu-jitsu husband.
Great ass.
And your ass is great, dude. But the
What if
story,
he's like, his ass ain't that great? But after all this build up.
the module was guard passing, and it was you scoop the
I
ankle,
think I understand.
and then And then you
You don't have to explain yourself. It's okay.
The funny part is, I didn't even scoop the ankle. I just went straight for the belt.
Was there an audible noise that he made?
No.
Oh.
He just bit his lip.
Like you ever see those turtles? Like when the turtles are banging a shoe.
I'm marking that time. I'm gonna make a little clip of that.
Of the turtle?
I instantly had to get off the mat and fucking take a shower.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, oh.
Take a shower was good enough. But Adrian's a hell of a role. I would say the least favorite role in a good way would be Adrian, just because the kid's got endless energy and he's truly a savage. All the bullshit aside, you're doing great and just keep it up because you got a huge potential ahead of you. Kenny's a monster, and I like to go at it with him, but he'll. Thanks for the peptides.
He's your drug buddy.
But he's a monster, but he rolls lightly with you and he lets you work, and then he'll turn it up when he has to. Pete, it's a fucking war with that Greek. It's always a good time with Pete. Jay is
it's in his culture.
Very technical, and I'm not as old as you guys, but for your age, Jay, you're jacked. I mean, you're an animal, and you're very technical, and you're here every day. So a lot of respect to you.
For someone who should be dead, I mean, yeah, you're
for touching almost 70.
Posthumously, we'll give him his blue belt when he did.
You can lay that in the casket.
Yeah, he did it.
He doesn't want to give you your blue belt.
We'll still be making old jokes about him too.
Yeah. Look, he looks old in the coffin.
Look at that skeleton.
Sorry. That's great. So, guys, I think the only other thing that I thought was funny that was written down, what did I do with it? Tim had a comment which made me laugh. Tim said, "Adrian, does your back hurt from carrying all these other white belts?" And I just felt like this is such an Adrian. Like Adrian's, look at him. He's lighting up right now. His eyes are so big.
Give him all the microphone.
Yeah, give him all the microphone. What's it like, champ?
Let me close this thing out real quick.
What's it like carrying all these white belts?
I mean, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellent.
Old man, you gotta be carried.
Old men don't. The older you get, the harder it is for them to pee, right? So you're pissing excellence, and they're just barely peeing. It's prostate joke.
Toilet. I mean, in all seriousness, these guys are a bunch of like studs. They're people that I look up to. These guys, and they sort of accepted me. I think Kenney talking about the age difference. I didn't really expect to be adopted by a bunch of 60-year-olds. Kind of weird, kind of suspicious.
I have it.
Older men preying on
Sus.
younger men.
The kids would say sus.
You're the old man.
Kid doesn't even know how to talk.
Bruh, it's sus.
That's
that's no cap. That's no cap.
You guys aren't even using it properly.
Hey, Adrian, for a little bit, can you just do some cool like kid terms for a little bit? Just talk normal. Do your thing.
You can't just put me on the spot
Just
like
say
that.
Fortnite a bunch
Yeah,
of
can
times
you do a
in row.
Fortnite dance?
I mean,
Fortnite
can
dance.
no, this is so.
See, he's not 20.
Come on, do one of the things.
He's
Yeah.
he's an infiltrator.
See, you guys should have seen me in Vegas. That I was letting all my slang go. Like I was,
everything he
really
said was-
relaxed.
he
It
was-
just
he
like,
was
oh, for
risen
sure
up.
on God.
He was-
His riz on God.
On God, it was amazing, man.
Yeah.
But again, just to wrap it up, I mean, these guys, I probably wouldn't be at the level that I am right now without them.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they've been, and I've seen them firsthand from their growth. Influence my growth. I say that like your coaching really does help. I think that's probably 70% of it. The other 20, percent of it, them being there.
We need
What's the last 10?
10 more percent.
I mean, the other 10 is just me being a fucking gangster. You know what I mean? Like me being a fucking stud. I mean, that's a given, guys. Come on.
The other 10% is just sexual tension.
Quite honestly, it's offensive that it's even a question.
Idiot and not knowing percentages.
No, but
Fucking stud. He's so happy. I loved it.
60% of the time it works.
Every time.
Sex Panther. That's actually a good nickname for this man. Sex Panther. And then one other last little statement. This was for Pete. Pete.
Oh, yes.
40 asked, "Is Pete still my homie?"
Yes, he knows.
To the end.
Yeah, it was the first gold medal was for the worst fan out there between 40 and Bob. Because I got the video of me against Ronni, and 40 loved Ronni. He was saying all these things about me, like legit death to Pete. Yeah.
I don't know why, but since
was like,
day
yeah.
one, 40 has been my biggest fan. I don't know why, but he's been
40.
my biggest fan.
I
He's my
love
man.
40. I told him I'm
Shout
not.
out 40, best barber.
Thanks for the haircut.
I love 40.
Making us look good.
Making us look good.
I'm not gonna do another tournament without 40. I love 40.
Go watch the other podcast.
Go watch.
Go watch the last episode if you don't get what they just did right there with their heads.
Episode 29,
Thanks,
baby.
You're the man. So guys, anything else? Last little moments. What else? It's real late. Kenny's got to wake up in 2 hours.
Yeah, who's got something they need to say?
I'm taking the day off.
Pete's taking the day off.
Smart man. He can do that.
Well, I guess the last thing we do have to say.
12 o'clock tomorrow.
Kenny.
Oh, we do have
Kenny's
one
always
last
got a good inspirational thing, but anybody who's interested
It's time.
in the second version of the White Belt Bash.
We have a desire. We have a big desire to
For season
have
2.
a season 2 or just the second Blue Belt Bash. No, excuse me, White Belt Bash, but for our new generation of white belts. I'm, just being honest, a little disappointed in this year of white belts. You guys kind of all organically grew into these monsters that were not very skilled, but very excited. We need a new crop of not very skilled and very excited gentlemen to do this tournament again.
Well, they got to grow balls.
gotta-
Let's go, dude. I want to call out some dudes by name.
Please.
And I suggest you guys all, too. You guys all chanting. Dude, my boy Mauricio, man. I'm glad you came back, kid. Keep hitting it, bro. You're my horse. I'm picking you, dude. I want to coach you, dude.
So you're
I wanna
saying
see
that
you.
out loud that your horse is Mauricio that you would coach him?
I wanted to do it from the beginning when we
Because
first started
my goal
talking
is for
about this.
each one of you guys to have a prodigy, or what would you call it? Like
But yeah, no, a little.
prodigy.
Yeah,
your,
I like
your
that.
student.
A little.
You're a
hold on.
Padawan,
Yeah.
as you will,
A little uke.
an uke that you wish to develop.
Well, I
and
mean,
yours is
match, I
Mauricio.
think Pete's got Simon.
Yes. Wait, we're going to let him have that
He brought-
fucking
well,
animal?
He's got to be the
That animal's
Greek on
gonna
Greek
be
connection.
allowed.
Did
I don't want him to kill Mauricio.
so Pete brought in
Christian.
Simon. Am I wrong? Simo? Can you give him the mic when he talks?
Yes, Simo.
Simon is one of our, in my opinion, our best white belt hope. He's the man for the job. He's an older gentleman as well, though, 34.
35, yes.
35. But
50.
I've never seen someone so naturally take to jiu-jitsu. I mean, I've seen a lot of people naturally take to jiu-jitsu, but he has certainly done that. And he recently just won gold at the Fuji tournament. But you brought him in. I can't
Yes.
say that he's not yours. Do you want him as your horse?
He doesn't accept them to the.
No, this is for you.
I that was my first choice from the beginning, coming in.
You got a stable. You
much?
pick your horse.
How much?
We'll talk about it tomorrow. What do you mean talk about it? The money.
He's got to pay.
He's got to pay.
You got to pay to play, man. You're going
Okay.
to bring the
So
Okay, if Simo is out, well, I'll find
so
somebody
here's-
else.
No.
Here, I think
kidding.
we just have to
Bring
stick
some-
to some
Just
ground
being
rules.
goofy.
The ground
Player.
rules last time was 2 stripes. There was no one. I mean, I think Jay was the only one that was close to 3 stripes, but you didn't have 3 stripes yet. So they have to be 2 stripes. Simo only has 2 stripes, so he's technically in the running. So if we do it within the next few months, he's in.
If Don
Okay,
allows it,
here's my other question.
I could also do it again.
Yeah, you can do it
Dude, hit the button.
Wait, 100%. You can do it again. If you don't get your 3rd stripe within the next 2 months, which is a high probability you won't,
What if he goes from the 6th seed to the 1 seed in the second one? I mean,
you would 100% be the 1st seed, just so you know.
I mean, we got 3. Which one do you think?
I think you need a double dose of the B575YY F71.
Real quick, who's coaching Sean?
That's what I was gonna ask him.
Yeah, who's taking Sean?
He's got to coach himself.
No, I think Adrian's got to coach him.
Oh, he's got someone.
Who you got?
Wait,
you got somebody?
Are we doing this in order? Does anyone have either white? Do you have a white belt that you know? So we got Mauricio. We got so that's 2 out of 6 that we need. Jay, do you have a white belt that you know?
Brogan.
Brogan's his white belt.
he's a good kid.
Brogan trained tonight.
I think he's a dark horse,
He's
man.
a very dark horse.
He has a lot going on. I know he wants to make it to training a lot more than he can, so he hasn't been here as much. But if that kid can get here consistently,
Yeah.
I think
he is a
trouble.
physical problem. He's
He
very
will be
strong.
trouble. Yeah.
He's hockey tough. If
I
you know
like-
what that means.
If we can get him going and get some coaching going, I like his odds.
And he's a young man.
And
Very
he's a young
young.
man. Yep.
Very tough.
Very knowledgeable too.
And he's got a mullet.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
She's
Beautiful
good.
hair.
So 3 out of 6 so far. Jay's got his horse. We got Simo. We got Mauricio. Adrian.
I don't think Orion can do it, right? Because he's
No. No,
yeah,
Orion
that's what
is
I
well
thought, but,
beyond 2-stripe white belt.
That was my first thought. I was just like, oh, dude, it's easy. Fucking jobs. Like, he'll fucking destroy everyone. But I
like
actually
Christian.
had
Yeah, Christian's good.
someone in like that sort of I want to say
You wanna-
resembles me. You know what I mean? The fire in
I
his
love this.
eyes.
Thank you for saying-
Joel. I think Joel,
Joel-
13-year-old kid,
Joel is
boxer
a
kid,
very special kid.
so fucking talented. I
But
see
you
the
gotta
potential.
Yes.
I know.
But
He's
you got to
13.
remember, he's only 13.
I know.
He is built like a grown man, but he is.
Joel's a very tough kid. I love Joel. I just think
Simon versus Joel.
All right. Here's the thing. I'll tell you guys a story.
Katie off camera is shaking her head like.
I'll tell you guys a story about a young man, 19 years old. Beat a couple of old men.
I'm with you 100%. I'm just saying.
Listen,
13.
We might have to do an age cutoff of like legal consent. Like,
Joey's business.
yeah, like I don't want.
Just drop it.
But I'll tell you, Joel has a huge. Joel, I'm glad you brought up Joel because Joel's very special. I've never seen he's
Tank.
13 years old. He's a big. He's a big kid. He's gonna.
I
be
thought he
huge.
was like 17.
Me too.
honestly.
He rides his like dirt bike here. It's awesome. That kid's special,
Who just came back? You were telling me about. He did the tournament with us in ATC.
dude. He might be a 2-striper. You know who's back, Kenny? Did I tell you, George?
Oh, I'll take him.
Oh
I'll take him.
yeah.
I'll take him.
He came back.
If I can't have Joel, I'll take
George
George.
Hernandez.
Oh, I forgot. Yes.
Which he's a little bit of a ringer though because he did ADCC Chicago, but he's definitely only 2 stripes. So
Yeah, he's been going
he
for a
might
while.
be in the running. He's here for 6 months.
Joel, you're too young. I'm sorry, but George.
Bigger guys bracket, like the big guys bracket. So I mean,
Oh really? Does it? This
So-
one wasn't that big, huh?
Bro,
Oh yeah. Okay.
I guess it was that big.
Brogan's like 150.
yeah. But then I think the other guys we've picked on average are some pretty big. You know, Simon and they're pretty big boys. Mauricio are big boys. So
Mauricio's the big one. What's
What's Mauricio?
Simon's 175.
170. He's
And then Mauricio's cutting. He's
Mauricio's
about
big.
under 210 right now. He's cutting weight. He lost like about 15 pounds.
good.
And
But
he's-
he mirrors you though. You were the big guy. He's
Yeah,
the big guy.
yeah.
So maybe we got to take someone. I mean, Brogan's kind of like you. He's scrappy into a different sport, like
But he's
more.
too young then, because I was the old
Yeah,
guy.
fuck.
Yes.
But he looks like
Who's the old man?
What if we get him a beard, just like a really
great
shave
beard.
Off, shave off
Wait,
his
wait.
head?
Oh,
Shave
I got
off
an
his
idea.
head.
So once we get our guys, we also have to. You guys got to like do a makeover. You got to make him look like you. Like if he's got no hair in his body, Pete's gonna cut his own hair off, like glue it on his chest.
he comes in bald, but then they got a big hair.
Every guy's covered in hair. So all right, wait. We got Simo. We got Brogan. We got Mauricio.
George.
George, man, that's a good
a steal.
find right
That's
there.
a steal, yeah.
Oh god,
Fresh my memory because I was
steal.
thinking Christian, but I like
like
Christian. How
Christian.
old is Christian?
Christian did the tournament. Christian would be perfect.
I love it. Yeah, that's what I was going to pick. But I
Christian's
thought he
your
was
guy.
young.
Would
He's
be
not too
like
young.
an-
No,
almost an
Christian's
exact
like
mirror
25.
of Ron too.
Oh, is he really? Oh, I call Christian. Yes, that's what I
Christian,
like. Yes,
Christian's.
he's strong,
I'll tell you,
too.
Christian's freakishly strong for his size.
strong.
He's
That's
a
perfect for
35er.
Ronnie.
Yeah, he is.
He is, and
Perfect.
yeah, and he's
Yeah.
getting good at
And
hand
he-
fighting. That kid.
But he's got a great try. He landed a triangle in his first tournament with very little training. It was really impressive.
I remember that. It was really impressive. Yeah.
Sean, I think you do you.
Yeah, I'm me.
Would you honestly? Do you think if we did it,
No,
if we
I
did it
can't
a few
do
months,
it. Come on.
Come on, man.
Why
in
not?
In every sequel, there's always a character
And
that
think
comes
of-
back.
and think about it,
He
like
always
you are
dies
the
first.
perfect. You're the perfect of everyone. You are the one to do it.
Imagine this: we announce everybody, and then out of nowhere, coming out of the red corner at 175 pounds, the Stone Cold music plays. Sean Stone Cold McAvoy. You
Still a two stripe.
two beers,
He's
slam
back
two
a
beers
year
together,
later.
and you chug them. Yeah,
I see it in my head.
scene.
Honestly, that's an acceptable answer. And it would give you an interesting, goal for all the
Hey,
the drugs
Joey,
that you're taking.
can you imagine in that next tournament, like Sean beats the king again, and somebody else, wins first place, and he's the only guy that beats him?
Same thing.
Twice.
Kingslayer 2 times.
Whoa, Kingslayer is a badass name.
would
That's
be
actually
good. Yeah.
probably his name.
But you have to win it by stunner. Stone Cold
I think
stunner.
it'd be funnier if he mauled everybody and then talked like hella shit to everyone who trained like way less than him.
But just for the storyline, how epic if Sean did it and Sean wins. And we think about the storyline of him beating the former king. The
original.
I mean, like
two-time champ.
Dude,
I'm Conor McGregor. I'm the double champ.
The false king.
I mean,
Well, no, I mean then,
But that's
then
the
if
matchup.
he wins tournament 2 and
Oh
Adrian
my
won
God.
tournament
They're
1,
super fights.
then at tournament 3 they're the super fight
They're
for
the
the
super
true
fight. And then we do another bet.
UFC
Oh my
3
God.
super fight championship.
You can't-
Dan Severin.
that's funny to me.
Can't wait now.
Man, so I mean, it's up to you if you feel like you're not up
I
for
think
it.
we'll
Are
think
your
about it.
competition days behind you?
No, I think my goal is to do another competition, not in-house. I want to get, it was a real competition.
So your
but
goal is to move beyond the.
I want a medal around my neck, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Fuck yeah.
So I want to get back healthy and get back to these advanced classes, and then
Yeah, you're tough, man.
White Belt Bash 2 is a good start.
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm saying if you wanted to do it, I would be in support of
I
it.
wouldn't. If I won
I
it,
feel
I
like he
wouldn't
doesn't-
feel. I
You
wouldn't
feel like you
as
had
happy.
too much experience.
Yeah, I mean, like
You'd be a whole year ahead of most of them.
I've been around. I know I haven't been training as much, but I've been around. But I feel like it wouldn't be as satisfying.
Well, if it's not you, you got to find someone. And
What about
that's- I'm putting that
Alex?
on you.
Alex Orlando's, would he be eligible?
I feel like he's trained a lot longer, and he's competed now. And,
Yeah. Oh, shit.
oh my God!
that's
so
my guy.
I feel like he's been around for a while.
Shay,
though, too.
When does
Shay
he
or
come?
Austin? Shay's an interesting character. Shay White. Shay's been
What
training with
days
us
does he
for a
come?
while. He's mostly trained during the day. He's been gone for a little bit, but
He's off and on.
he's on.
I feel like that's a good mirror for him, too.
It is.
Because the kid's strong, right?
I don't know what you're trying to say by that.
Oh,
but
no,
yes.
that's a pretty wild.
Two mix.
I think you need to get to know him. He's an interesting guy. Yeah, I guess Shay's on the. So what we'll do is we'll get a roster. We'll see who's in it. But my point is too, if we're gonna build up this new white belt bash, we need to get these guys going. We got to get them pumped up.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna create a storyline for them.
I don't want to see.
We just need an epic takedown. just Joy has
who's your guy?
to.
Who's
I
your
don't want
guy?
to see a bunch
Somebody
of
has
draws.
to-
Who's your guy?
I want to see people
Simo.
getting tapped.
Simone?
Something's gotta happen.
George is Mexican. Yours is a Greek. Oh my God, we gotta set this up.
We gotta tell them.
You gotta ask him. We gotta make it happen.
I honestly don't think that there is a natural rivalry between the country of Mexico and the country of Greece.
What are you talking about? It's one of the best known rivalries
ever fought each other?
in world history.
They are
Let
so
me
far
tell you,
away.
1773. All right, the Greeks took their boats into
All the way
Mexico.
to Mexico.
Yes, all right. This is well known. All right.
Love it.
A little history lesson. I'll make up history any day of the week. For
I
you.
believed it. So this some fun responsibility for you guys to try to find these white belts, get them pumped up. Something more we can talk about later. I appreciate you guys doing this. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, I really appreciate everyone doing this. If you have any suggestions, if we missed anybody that wants to do the white belt bash,
Yes,
hey,
please, guys. If you're training, and just the reality of it is, we need more white belts. It's actually a calling for all of jiu-jitsu and the whole world of jiu-jitsu. We need more white belts. It's just the way it goes. It's the natural, order of life. Everyone gets better. you guys need new people.
Yeah, that's like a funny thing about jiu-jitsu is there's like a joke quote out there that like everybody's a white belt, but you're not until you come in and actually train the first day.
Yeah.
And you got to actually come in and get that belt on you. That's
The hardest belt to get is your white belt. So if you've been thinking about training jiu-jitsu, you just need to start. But yeah, that's a big goal for us is to get this ready to go. So guys, any last thoughts? Anything else? Kenny's got to sleep. I can see him passing out as we're talking. Kenny just went like this. His eyes rolled back in his head. Guys, just so you know, it's almost midnight. These guys trained really hard,
Except for me.
Good point. He watched from his throne.
Yeah,
Adrian
they were heckling Sean and Adrian were heckling
was-
Kenney
yeah.
while we were going. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, they were giving a good heckle.
So I appreciate you guys so much. The school would not be the same without you guys. The whole tournament was such a special event that, I talk about it all the time. I have people who I've never met in my life come up to me and talk about the White Belt Bash. Legitimately, that's 100%. I go to a tournament, they're like, man, the White Belt Bash, huh? I heard about it. Pretty crazy. A lot of it from the podcast. People listen to podcasts, and we brought it up on every single episode.
Yes.
At some point, we're like, the White Belt Bash, pretty cool. Most people have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, but they just know of it. So
They
it's a
will
legendary-
know.
It's a legendary tale, and I'm glad we got to tell it. Any last thoughts, guys? Final words? Anything? Ronnie, one word of, I want one final word, whatever that might be. Oh, yes. One final word. It could be a phrase, but
And the whole thing.
just to end this for you. We're going to go in order, just so you know, Jay.
I can only say one word.
Or it could be a phrase.
Just go.
He's got to go.
He needs to go to bed. My word is sleep.
Brotherhood.
Nice.
Train.
Jiu-jitsu.
Orion.
Penguins falling.
Bro.
Progress.
Nice.
This has been the Keep It Rolling podcast, episode 30, White Bash recap. Thank you for joining us,
We'll be
and we will
back.
see you next week.
Hey.